Greetings, humanity. Welcome once more to Channel Other Doc. I'm Jim. I use he/him pronouns, and this is our campaign for Lords of Gossamer and Shadow, a diceless game by Jason Durall about powerful reality-hopping beings and a spiritual successor to the Amber Diceless role-playing game. I just want to mention, you may have seen, we now have a delightful intro video. Thanks very much to the donation of Trooper, who is one of our players. That is glorious. Thank you so much for that. It is wonderful. We're going to go ahead and go around and do our intros. You can feel free to tell folks who you are and who you're playing, and we will start once again with Noctua. Hello.
Hello. I am Noctua. My pronouns are she, her, and today I will be playing Dame Laudine, also she, her, who is our knight in shining armor.
And now we will head over to Mary. Hello.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. Today I'm playing Atropos, our Harbinger sorceress. She uses she, her pronouns as well.
Excellent. And now we will go over to Melissa. Hello.
Melissa's mic was off. Hello. I'm Melissa. I am playing Scythe, your friendly neighborhood rogue fixer, shady character with a heart of gold.
Yay. And now over to Trooper. Hello.
Hello. I am TrooperSJP, and today I will be playing Mervyn Wicht, whose pronouns are he, him, who is our mysterious, mystical botanist. Yes, that's right. That's who I am, and I'm glad to be here.
Excellent.
I forgot my pronouns. Scythe's pronouns are she, her, as well as mine. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and all of this is, of course, on the overlay for any folks who want to take a look at it. But yeah, no, absolutely feel yeah. Where am I? I'm over here. Yes, I'm playing Dorian, who is a hedonistic sorcerer, and who seems to know more than he should. I'll just leave it at that. Let's see. Before we dive in here, just as a few reminders here, you may see us use safety tools from time to time. Like we do with the other games on this channel, we're going to be using the X card, the N card, and the O card. If we hit something that's crossing a line for one of us, any of us can type an X in the Zoom video chat or anywhere else, or hold up a card or make an X symbol, and we'll back up and do something else. If something happens that we're okay having in the game, but we don't want a graphic description of it, we can type an N in the Zoom chat and we'll fade to black on it or put it behind a veil. So it'll be there, but we won't go into detail. And finally, if we're exploring a topic or an area of roleplay that's particularly intense for us, but we want to keep going anyway, we can put an O in the chat to let us know we're okay with and that we're all good to keep piling on the drama. Something else we can do is put an O with a question mark after it when we're moving into a difficult topic, or if we say or we do something and then think, maybe that might have been a little too much. Then everyone else can respond to that, again with an X, an N, or an O to let us know if we're still doing okay. We're also using the pause. If any of us needs to take some time, we can ask for a pause in the game while we discuss things, or just take a break for as long as anyone needs. A few content warnings. This game may contain references to betrayal, deceit, graphic combat, and violence. It may also have the potential for PvP action depending on the player's choices. If you want to see that list come up in chat and you're watching live, you can type !LGSCW, and that will pop up there live. And it'll also be showing up regularly on rotation. And finally, please remember we have an open door policy, which means that any of us and any of you can feel free to step away from this at any time if we need to. It's just a game, and mental health is always more important. And so now we shall be handing things over to our GM, Brian. Hello.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I am Brian, and my pronouns are he, him. I'm running this thing. And let's see, when we left off, I think Atropos was visiting someone. And before we start that, though, I need to make sure I understand. I think everyone, including Atropos, was planning to visit. I have forgotten the name of the world. I need to look it up now. The one that was associated with Scythe's family.
I don't think you gave us a name.
Yeah.
I did. I put it in the chat. But
There is a name. It's IG New.
thank you.
Ooh, thank you.
Ooh, spell it for me. I need to put it in my notes.
Could you retype that in the chat, please? That'd be the best thing.
Let me find it because it's here. I just remembered the word.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I need to put it on the other sheet we have.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, thank you.
Emboldening it. Here you go. Except I don't know how to spell it.
It's coming. But while we're doing that, I need to. Is everyone else waiting until Atropos returns and everyone's going to go together, or is everyone going and Atropos going to join you? Which was the understanding?
I was going to be researching. I'm still studying 2 different items to figure out if they have a true name, to try to decipher it. So Murthine will be. It's really bad we don't use dice in this game because Murthine now has a conflict, and I don't quite know what to do about it. And that conflict is that he was studying one of the Blade of the Seven Sages of Tamsin to figure out its true name. He's been studying that for a bit, but now his best friend and mentor and the person, his knight, Dame Ladine, said that she would be open to finding out what the true name of is. All right, so you've got sword.
2 different things. Yeah, okay.
And so on the one hand, the Blade of the Seven Sages of Tamsin might help us stop the end of the world. On the other hand, Dame Ladine is his best friend. So it's really hard to know which one to go with. You know what I mean?
Understood. All right. Well, while you contemplate that, I think we need to check in on Atropos. All right. So the last thing we saw was you walking towards a large castle, and a servant said, "The Emperor will see you now." So tell us, you are led to. In this case, you are in fact led to the throne room, and this is a place you've been before, right? Because you wouldn't always meet him in the same place, but in this particular case, you're familiar.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so you know the way. So the throne room is built on an absurd scale. The ceilings are just stratospherically tall. There is way too much open space in here, and the throne itself is large, but somehow doesn't dwarf the person sitting in it. The guy sitting in it is he's large, but he's not particularly tall. He's barrel chested. He has dark hair, full beard, a definitely reddish complexion, and how is he dressed today? Okay, so he's dressed in mostly red and black, and he's not wearing a crown, but he does have a torque around his neck that does not close. There is a gap right at the Adam's apple, and there are 2 blue glowing points that just about meet each other. And for those familiar with some of the NPCs from this is Bastiano. And standing to either side of him, there are only 4 beings in the room, including you. There is a what looks like just a suit of armor in shiny black, and then on the other side, a literal angelic being, just tall, dark-skinned, but brilliant white hair, and and holding a sword before it. No kidding, actual full-on white wings, and otherwise, this thing just transcends the concept of gender. It just is. And you can tell because of your particular senses that either there is something alive in the black armor, or the armor itself is alive. Not sure which. And he doesn't say anything as you approach. He just locks eyes with you. What are you doing?
So I think that she normally knows that she's supposed to not fully announce herself when she comes in. And interestingly enough, she'll probably just pull her hood down, revealing these long, curly, strawberry blonde hair that is almost like put into like a Grecian style. She's has this long flowing cloak, but underneath is this Grecian style dress with these beautiful gold leaf filigree that is like interwoven throughout it. And her eyes not are completely uncovered are these beautiful and bright doe eyes that this is the only place she can actually show what she used to look like. It's kind of part of the clause. So Atropos and Kore can never be in the same place at once.
I like that.
But she will kind of like wait as per the usual agreement until he's ready to meet with her, which is usually an uncomfortable amount of time.
Yeah. That's still the case this time, but eventually he beckons you forward.
And she walks forward and kneels before the throne, just basically going through the motions of what they normally do.
Right.
And she will say, Emperor Bastiano, I have come to give you information. And she isn't raising up or even meeting eye contact. She is like fully like submissive in this moment, which is a rarity for Atropos, now Kore, at all. She's a
Right.
very strong-willed person.
Oh, yeah.
This is not a normal thing for her to do.
And he says, what is so important you came personally?
There has been some developments, and I figured that you needed to know before just about everybody else. Some of the other Gossamer Lords have been notified. There is a cult that is trying to connect the stair again, it sounds like, a Dwimmer Lake problem. And she'll go through the information that they found.
Okay.
Very quiet. Even her normal speaking voice is just subdued.
Does Drake know?
Unfortunately, yes. I believe that a companion of mine did notify.
What is your opinion of the strength of this foe?
Most is unseen, unfortunately, but to be able to hide under Lucian's nose is rather impressive.
Suddenly, I think I like them.
It might be a possible ally for you, depending on what they're willing to work with. But I would be wary of their intentions as they are finding ways to drain worlds. And she'll even conjure what the dagger even looked like.
Nice. Yeah, at that point, he leans forward. Actually, he leaned forward when you said drain worlds. Then he leans forward a little more when you show him the image. This is what they're using.
Correct. It can be done via a ritual or some sort of sacrifice. Does not have to be something alive. It has to be something connected to the world, and it doesn't have to be done on that world itself, which could be a very large issue of anything within your empire.
Yes. They seem to be subtle, though.
Correct. They have not made an open move yet.
Ah, but do you know where they might be moving?
And she'll fully list out all of the places on the list.
Which, by the way, I still haven't named, so we'll figure them out. But but yeah, we've got this. We have a name for one, so we'll get to the others. And you can see him memorizing that, but he also glances towards the suit of armor, and just briefly, the place in the helmet where the eyes would be glows like two burning coals for a few seconds, and then goes out. Excellent. You've done well.
I do what I can for the betterment of the Empire and to pay off debts.
Mostly the second one, I should think, but whatever
just her
works.
knuckles go white beneath the cloak. But she still remains like unchanged in her posture.
Good, then. But if there's nothing else?
Nothing, at least yet. But I know that the other Gossamer Lords are going to try and do something about it. You may be reached out to.
They'll do some of my work for me.
Correct.
But yes.
As well as someone did try to... and she'll describe the necklace that they tried to control her with. It was thwarted, but I don't think that you would appreciate that.
No, indeed. But someone's playing with some very powerful toys. I think our priority might be to collect those toys. Do what you can.
She will give a final bow, and then she'll actually drop off the different things collected from the other worlds that she's watched end.
Okay.
And she will leave, just taking a moment to glance into the Great Hall where she sees familiar faces. And there's a part of her that just wants to be there, but it's almost like as soon as she gets near it, she's just rebuffed from even getting close enough.
You're beginning to suspect that those are placed in a specific order as well.
Oh no. But then she will leave and probably, I think she'll probably head back to uh Dorian's world
Okay.
and see what's going on there, because I don't think she can sleep. She's super freaking upset.
Oh yeah.
She's mad. She is just going to go stew somewhere else.
Good call. Okay. So was the plan for everyone to get together and then go to the Gossamer world at the same time eventually? Because if so, unless you all want to get together and talk about going before you go, we can cut to you arriving. So,
do we have any plans to make or anything? Or, I mean, are we just gonna go? Because that is cool too.
I mean, keep in mind, we can blades in the dark this. Because, you know, you can arrive and you're like, before we left, here's what we said. Feel free. There is no reason to play out the planning session because we all know how that goes. So,
Merthine did actually decide to study the
yes.
sword of Dame Laudine because, well, friendship is magic after all. And also might as well study it before she changes her mind and decides she doesn't want to know. So
Not a bad call.
Very quickly.
Yeah, and I will tell you, of the two, this one's going to take less time to discover the name of than the knife. So you can already have that information before you depart.
I'll probably be, what do you call it, somewhat underslept. I'll look old. Wait, I already look old, but you know what I mean. I'll look a little bit underslept and old as I'm studying, and I'll have like a stack. Probably still over at Dorian's place with its with windows and everything, and all sorts of gas lights and all sorts of modern doodads and whatnot.
I get the impression that Merthine always looks old, but he rarely looks tired. And
yes.
Yeah.
He looks a bit tired. Yes.
Yeah. We have electricity, but
you do.
It's just it's still that
sort of like
that bulky early electricity where you have to be careful of the sockets.
It's like late 19th century, right? Sort of Gilded Age.
It's like 19 teens basically.
Okay, so more Edwardian. I got you. Okay.
So basically it's Edwardian era kind of thing.
All right.
So it's you've got these things. It's just it's still very new and exciting, and there was less understanding of how and what to do with it. But,
like a lot of things still have the big switches. But,
yeah.
Like the Frankenstein switch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, plenty of knife switches around.
Well,
Yeah, knife switches. Thank you. That's the one I wanted.
Yeah, so like the there so you still got plenty of places. I mean, you still have like on off that are a little smaller, but it's
Yeah.
I will say
sort of like magic though. Yes, it's basically magic.
Oh yeah, well that is the thing, is that most of the technological advancements on this world are powered by magic.
Yes, that's what I said.
The big ones, the big ones, I should say. I need to point that out because it's only the biggest ones that generally the world's governments let out are powered by magic. I will say I had like one or two things. I had a couple of things.
Okay.
That we don't necessarily have to do playing out of anything necessarily right now, except for perhaps one of them, but we'll talk about that in a second. One thing, so this isn't, and before I even reach this list of two things, I will explain that I refreshed my spells and did all of that last night, and I worked out that one spell. Yeah, because of course I did. I worked out a type of tracking spell that I don't have currently in the watch, but I did swap out some things that are in the watch.
Okay.
The first thing is that we don't need to worry about currently at the moment, that I'll eventually want to talk to folks about, but doesn't have to be right now, is that just checking in with Maya for a potential future window. There's a thing I may want to hire her for a photography session at a future time.
No problem.
But that said, something that we don't necessarily have to do now, if it would be easier to do it later, which we could do this afterwards, is I did at some point want to sit down and talk to Atropos, just to sort of gauge things, as we both seem to have things where it's like, yeah, seems to be things weighing upon us. But if there's no time right now, if there's not time until later, we can do it later. Whatever we think.
And I did request a Laudine and Scythe conversation as well.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. We can work around that, but if everyone's okay with that. Let's see. It doesn't really matter, but any of you can find your way to a door to this place because it is still on the stair. The easy way, of course, is to get your friend Merthine to just turn a door into that door. But so either way works, and walking to it is not a big deal either. So it doesn't necessarily matter how you got there because literally every one of you individually can get to this place. So, let's see. Though, because you are restricted to things that have doors, let me think about where you emerge. This is an alleyway, and it's narrow. You're the only ones here. You are between two tall buildings, and by tall I mean, say, 9-10 stories. The first thing that you notice is the air smells like hot stone. It's very dry here, and the sky that you can see in the slit above you between the buildings is you sense that it is midday, but the sky itself is a deep Mediterranean blue. And you sense that you were in a city because you can, at the end of the long alley, every now and then you see people pass by. And quick question to Scythe. Is this the first time you've been here? Or are you... were you part of this side of the family business, or did you just know the name from the list?
I definitely looked into the goings on of my family business, which is how I recognize the name. And yeah, I probably checked it out in person.
Okay. So
yeah. She's thorough like that.
Okay, fair enough. So you have been here. So you...
Brian.
Yes.
Okay, I should say, for the viewing audience that does not have the benefit of my character sheet, I spent points, which means something in this game system. I spent points on a completely superfluous skeleton key, because technically I can open any door by being a warden of the Grand Stair, except I have a magical / technological skeleton key that can extra open all the doors. And the thing is, I stole it. And I stole it from a member of my family, which, not cool and everything, but in my defense, my dad is a real dick. And I kind of got the feeling that my family was involved in something even more shady than I suspected. And once I started to look into this, I took the key that was, here we go. The key that was their method of entering the Grand Stair. Basically, their method as people that move goods between worlds, and I took their method of getting on the stair. And then later on, I realized that I didn't need the key to get on the grand stair. But they still do. And as far as I know, that is. Anyway, I have a lot of guilt over this, despite the horrible shadiness of the family. And I think about it from time to time. And there's one of my relatives who sucks less than all the others that I kind of had in mind. Maybe one of these days I'll give the key to her, my younger sister. She's like less affected by the horrible shadiness. However, because we're going to investigate the worlds of my family, with Dorian's permission, or possibly Noctua's, I've left the key, who I affectionately call Skelly, because it's a skeleton key. I've left it in someone else's domain because I don't want to get captured and have someone take it off me and give it back to my family.
Can I put it in the dragon's hoard?
Yeah, that makes sense. I like it.
Yeah, that'll be much safer there.
I love the idea that Noctua has all these dragons that she has like offered a deal to, rather than just slain outright, that they can come live with her.
Yeah. So this is a part of Ladine's backstory, is her domain, Albion, is guarded by dragons. So all those dragons that Ladine was supposed to slay, she's like, well, you could just leave these people alone and come with me to a place where you won't be bothered. You'll have a horde and a castle to guard, or I could just kill you now. It's amazing how many dragons will take you up on that.
Did Ladine just go out Pokemoning dragons? Is that what happened?
Just a little bit.
Tiamat, I choose you.
More or less.
So now that you're all here, what is your plan?
Well, my personal plan is to poke around and see if I can detect the whiff of my family being behind any of these dealings with the suspected Dwemer Lake.
You have a good sense of where to start, definitely. Okay, so Radine, yes?
Scythe, I don't mean to be fantastical, but, you know, sometimes I do think that way because fantastical thinking is not the point. I just thought about something, though. You said this place is where your family operates? Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, it is one of the worlds in which our family operates, yes.
And your family is quite important, yes, yes? Wouldn't you say?
Yes, I reluctantly acknowledge that they are, I suppose, important.
Would you say that they're at the level of importance of a duchess? That level of importance?
Oh. Are you drawing a parallel to our Salix? Yeah.
I am, unfortunately. And if your family is important, and if they like to trade, as do our Duchess and Salix, perhaps that dagger was placed there. But also, I don't mean to be alarmist, but there's another parallel, isn't there? Well, there was a nephew, a younger person, who was being targeted for assassination quite a bit. And my understanding is that you have a dear younger sister, and I would hope that this parallel would not follow, but what if they're, the thing about prophecies is that they often work in circles and in cycles, it's about repetition. There's the repetition of the prophecy of myth. And what if this is we are walking into some sort of mythic cycle where on each planet of this, because remember, we're talking about the daggers of the 7 sages of Tamsin, which in 7 is numerologically quite important. And so what if this is also not just, what if there is a parallel so that on each of these worlds, the dagger would be given to a family of import? And what if in each of these places there's also a younger, what you call it, like the hope of the future,
scion.
A scion, but not just a scion. You quite like your sister and think that she's somewhat decent, yes? And would be a good heir, a good scion to your family. And people say the same thing about the nephew over there on Salix.
I hate everything you're saying.
Oh,
But
I'm sorry.
No.
Oh.
I acknowledge that you're probably right.
Well, I don't know. I could not be. I'm just spinning circles. Never mind.
No.
So it's fine.
You keep spinning. That was good. That was good thinking.
Yeah.
And now I gotta go find my sister, which is fine, except it's possible that she might be accompanied by another family member, and I'd have to talk to them. All right.
May I ask something? Scythe, were you expecting any people of great ability or on this world? Anyone in particular we need to look out for?
You see, that's the thing. I would ordinarily say no. This is not a thing, but I gotta say, my dad is one of these people that will seek powerful alliances. And like the Duchess of Salix, it kind of sounds like these people are targeting people that are likely to take the dangling bait.
Yeah. And so they might be around, just sort of seeing things. Good, righto. And he will just casually just be fingering the watch, and we'll just open it, and a thing will happen.
Let me guess. Is it like one of those things you open up and then like glitter shoots out?
Yeah, well,
it's like
this brief little glow comes out of the watch briefly for everyone, for the 5 of us here assembled, and just seems to scatter down on top of us and then disappear. And he's like, right, well, that'll probably help.
What was that?
No, that's nothing really. It's nothing.
Your
too
nothing really
important.
was very shiny.
Oh, just for a few
shiny.
moments. It's conceals from Psyche by creating an anti-carrier to cancel out our normal power signatures, that sort of thing, so folks aren't going to be able to see us quite as easily if they're looking in that range, you see.
You have done protective brain magic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I suppose you could call it that, yes. Protective brain magic makes it take longer for people with big brains to see us, that sort of thing.
You could have said.
So speaking of which, are all of you keeping together, or are you splitting up?
Oh.
I mean, honestly, it was okay. You wouldn't think that a major clue to the solving of an intergalactic mystery would be found in just some random garden, but having Merthine find those tiger roses turned out to be a major help. I wonder if there are any here.
Oh yeah,
that's an excellent idea. Perhaps I could look for tiger roses. I do know their true name, after all, their true genus name. And that means that I should be able to find them if they're here on this world at all.
That's a good point.
What a lovely idea. Oh, speaking of true names, Dame Lord, nope, not right now. After all, I have to look at the tiger roses. Cannot speak about. I cannot be distracted. What is that building over there?
No, 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 no. We'll stay focused.
Yes.
Oh,
But it's
Scythe,
so tall.
yes. I had a question for you, Scythe. If you
Sure.
happen to remember, your family's business here, what were the main purchases? What did the people of this world want that they could not get themselves?
Oh, well, now people here love their conspicuous consumption. And one of the things that they love are exotic spices. We're talking spices that don't grow on this planet.
Ah.
And
Is that why you asked me for that one spice that one time?
yes, and for no other reason than culinary purposes.
Oh, that's nice. It was a very lovely spice. That was from that strange world where everybody had, what was it, those sort of flying vehicles with wheels. I don't know why they had wheels if they flew, but those sort of robots, metal men and whatnot. Yes, it was a very strange spice. It's hard to find it. Oh, but it was delicious. It was quite good in a noodle soup.
You put it in a noodle soup.
Yes.
I had not thought of that application of its use, but hey, why not?
Oh. Well, you don't want to get it in your eyes. Quite dangerous.
Definitely. But yes, to answer your question, Ladine, it's we're mostly looking at luxury goods here. Spices, weird cloth,
Decorative items, art,
yes,
maybe jewelry.
yes, absolutely. Oh yeah. Last time I was here, there was like this purple sparkly stone that was all the rage. I'm sure the fashion has moved on since then, but that's the kind of thing that gains traction around here.
Ah. Well, if you do come across an elaborate dagger, remember we have reason to believe that there is one here.
Right. You know, I gotta be honest, gang. I'm and this is hard for me to admit. I'm feeling a little bit off my game being here after all this time. So if I start to act weird, just I don't know, just give me a quick swat upside the head and I'll keep going with the mission. If you see me getting emotional, no, really, just seriously, just knock me unconscious.
Well, that's
Dorian?
first.
But Dorian turns around and he's dressed differently now. Because by now I think he's been looking at the people going back and forth, has tried to sort of figure out what the sort of the timing and aesthetic of this world is, and has reached into the Eidolon to adjust his clothing
You got it.
accordingly.
Quick question though. What socioeconomic class are you dressed as?
Probably the problem is it's always going to come out as like the newly rich, basically
okay.
for Dorian.
Because Dorian has standards. Okay,
yes,
so
alas, yes,
got it. I just wanted to be sure. Okay,
it will never be inconspicuous, unfortunately.
That's not a Dorian thing.
But you're also standing next to Merdine, who has his big green cloak, and Ladine, who is in plate mail. Like,
never
conspicuous
changes,
is not an option. Just
What?
nope.
Yes.
And like a figure of death with a giant scythe.
Yeah.
Probably fit in a far bit better than all of us.
What is the aesthetic of this place anyway?
A traveling pantomime group of some sort.
Oh, that's actually a particularly good question for Scythe. What do you look like right now?
Oh, who, me?
Do you just look like yourself? I mean, you've got a kind of a base shape, right?
Yeah, I had to put on a disguise of sorts. So I basically look like myself, but in sort of more of a renaissanceical dress.
Okay.
And a rather ginormous hat.
All right. So all of you.
I just had one question.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, for Dorian.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I forgot. Go ahead.
Yes. Dorian,
Yes.
you had some, as Dame Laudine described it, big brain magic to protect our big magic brains. Do you have big heart magic to protect big hearts? Because Scythe might need some heart protection right about now.
Oh, yes. He reaches into a pocket and he pulls out a flask.
I have the best friends in all the world. To you, friends.
Friend.
Now, I suppose I should find my sister to make sure she doesn't get killed.
So
And I
okay.
should track the tiger roses.
True. So, actually, I mean, because you know the true name, you know where they are. You know about how far they are from you.
I'm so sorry. Are you saying that there are indeed tiger roses on this world?
Yes, there are.
Oh, I see. Well, that's
Who's he
somewhat
talking to?
unfortunate. I hate no, who am I talking to? Obviously, I'm talking to Herbie. I don't know.
Oh, yes, of course.
Come now. I don't know what
Well, he
you were
didn't
thinking.
manifest when you invoked him.
We were just speaking privately, obviously, in this moment. I'm afraid I have bad news. Good news, also somewhat bad news. Well, I was speaking to Herbie, as you do sometimes, and the tiger roses are indeed on this planet. Again, not native, but there are tiger roses here. Which,
That is,
it's good to know, but
yeah,
less
a
good to
bad
know.
sign. Actually,
From where you
Mervine-
are, it's like a few dozen miles to the east.
Mervine,
Just
can you track them? I mean, can you tell where they're growing?
oh, yes. I'm listening to them right now. They seem to be just hanging about, just humming about, doing their thing as they're doing. I cannot speak to them right now, but they're just right about 12 miles or so to the. Ooh. Which way? This way? Yes, this way.
Because if it does follow the pattern, and I mean, you make a good case for that, I'm a bit worried that our target, my sister, might be in whatever villa has those tiger roses growing in them.
Yes, that would make sense. That would make sense.
So, Scythe, do
Well-
you know where your family's villa is from here?
Where are we?
In an alley.
Let's see. I climb up the wall a ways,
Sure.
just like casually,
Yeah.
and take a look around.
Okay, and you're at a decent vantage point. There are taller buildings in the area, but you can see a good ways from here.
Mhm.
So yeah, you're looking at flat roofs, and you're definitely in a desert environment. There is,
Okay.
it's not completely devoid of plant life by any means, but it is arid.
Okay, now it has been a while since I've been here, right?
Yeah.
Is this normal?
It is. This is it
Okay.
was like that when you were here.
Okay, good. Okay.
You
yeah.
do know that you are in a city called Pentoth.
Pentoth.
And it is
Alright.
a rather large city. It is
That's nice.
it's it'd be like the London of this world.
Got you. So does my family, last I checked, have a villa here?
Actually, last you checked, they didn't exactly. Well, actually, they used to have what was essentially a consulate here.
Hmm.
But yeah, so you're not aware of them having anything outside the city, and
Yeah, that's okay.
what Merthine described would have been on the edges of the city. It's big, but it's it's out that way.
Yeah, I mean we do, but not where Merthine described. I'm looking around and I mean we're kind of in the city center, I'm telling these guys, and what he sensed was definitely on the outskirts. Now it's possible their holdings could have gone up in the world, or maybe they're not involved. Maybe this is all just a stupid coincidence.
Yeah, odds are.
Well, we could just ask the Tiger Roses when we go and see them.
Yes, perfect.
Right. So
Go ahead. Sorry, Lodine.
So we're going to head about 12 miles to the outskirts of the city and beg an audience with whomever lives there so we can enter their home and legitimately
Kidnap
explore
someone.
their gardens. And my friend here is going to simply talk to the flowers. And we are going to try this very directly and see what happens.
I mean, when you put it like that, it doesn't sound very well thought out, does it?
It sounds excellent.
Perhaps we should find a slightly more, well, this is a question. Should we find a more subtle way to do this?
Merthine
Yeah.
starts heading towards the east, just wandering, listening for the sounds of flowers.
I can see it.
Wandering.
Listen to
Yeah.
the flowers. Okay, fine.
I'm gonna keep an ear on him as he goes, because he's not quiet, and
Nope.
I know I can get
And
there
I'm
if
also
he's in
not
trouble.
fast, I'm just
No,
because I get distracted.
Yeah,
So I'm
you
just
can easily discuss this while you follow Merthine. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Actually, while we're following,
We've got 12
Merthine,
miles,
Yeah.
I know
We've
I've
got 12
got
miles before we get there.
People.
We are all idiots.
every
I'm going to
port.
hail a cab.
Yes.
Okay, so Ladine disappears for a couple of minutes and then returns with, what is transportation in here? Like carriage?
It'd be a carriage.
Something with horses?
Oh yeah, you can get a. They have small fast horses here.
Okay, cool. We will obtain a ride, and
Ooh.
12 miles go by a whole lot faster than if we had to walk.
Indeed, they do. And let's see. There were 3 of you who could easily conjure whatever currency you need to pay the person. So,
I could pay in saffron. Saffron's always quite.
Whoa, that would buy the carriage. But
My money purse is already
ride.
shifted to the right kind, so I probably just go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't be in the idle rich class without having some walking around money. So
yeah, I figured Dorian was the first one to do it, but there are 3 of you who could. So, so honestly, that's easy. So I will quickly describe the ride through the city, which is in quite grand style. And also, the carriage is fancy enough, and you get the sense that not that many people get to ride in carriages like this. So the carriage itself is getting looks. The city itself does seem to be it is bustling. It is busy. There are tons of people. Off to you're heading east. So off to the south is are much larger buildings. And in the center is a palace with spires and minarets. And the people that you see here, for the most part, are rather finely dressed. You do catch the occasional pocket of poverty, but you get the sense that the carriage is simply not going through those parts of town much. And for example, for different yet similar reasons, both Atropos and Scythe do have a definite sense of where the cracks in this society are. But interestingly, it doesn't have as many as some. It is, and part of that is you sense that it is tightly controlled from the center. But you also, interestingly, get the sense that there's not a whole lot. Okay, there's not a whole lot of currently not much fodder for like rebellion. There's always some, but it doesn't seem to be teetering on the edge at this point.
Is that because of such severe stratification that those who would rebel lack the resources to do so?
Actually, no, because often that would make it worse. And in this case, it does seem to be, and you'd have to dig in to get the specifics, but there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of unrest. There is always some. It is not a utopia, but the have-nots do not seem to be looking to knock over those minarets anytime soon.
Okay. People in this world need to be like way more mad, in my opinion, and maybe maybe I could help give that a push at some point.
You spend long enough here, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But that's because Atropos spends enough time, and world ends. Scythe spends enough time, and yeah, like you get like full on revolt. So
as far as world end, how are we early days?
That is an excellent question. Yeah, it's a long way off.
Okay.
It is strong. It feels quite early in the cycle. Maybe only a quarter of the way through, if you were to put a number on it. Once you get, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, second question I had would be if whether or not with Umbra Mastery, is there a way to feel if there is a pull of Umbra magic? Because we know those knives.
Oh yeah. Oh, interesting.
Of Umbra. So I think Atropos during the ride through the city would be putting her feelers out to see if there is a source.
You could definitely do that. Yeah, that can be and you pick up just the occasional blip here and there, but nothing on the level of that knife. And then once you're out of the city proper, the carriage continues on, and Merdine, you are definitely, you're going the right way. You're making a beeline to those flowers, and the everything, like the buildings get lower out here, fewer and farther between. They are in fact villas. This is essentially suburbs. So you've got where wealthy people live in there, and you could imagine a Roman villa as far as that goes. You've got the villa with a significant amount of land around it. None of the land out here is being cultivated for crops. However, you do find not just ornamental or decorative trees. You do find trees with actual fruit that thrives in desert environments on them. The equivalent of, say, olives or different
pomegranates.
I love
like pomegranates. Yes, you got some pomegranates.
Oh, I love
things like that.
As well.
Almost all of which are native to the area, but every now and then you run across something that has clearly been imported from another world. And you are approaching the villa itself.
I have taken the time while we're in the carriage to shapeshift my face and body to look less like me.
Okay, so something that you believe would not be recognized as.
Yes.
a relative of the people that you might be encountering. Okay,
It's
fair
my
enough.
hope, at any rate.
Okay, so you know which villa it is. I'm assuming you tell the carriage to stop at that one.
Oh, so it is our regular villa. Oh no, is it
Nope.
just the one that Murthine pointed out?
Yeah. This is different. The place you remember was in the city.
Yeah. Okay, that's weird.
There, that one. And Murthine has got his head like out of the carriage, sort of like a dog, like the entire way. Like, I think it's this way. Ooh, that one.
The carriage driver takes this as the signal to stop.
Dorian is going to be passing some more money up to the carriage driver for a moment, and we'll be sort of, kind of, when we're sort of going to be getting to, I don't know what the configuration is, but when he'll sort of get out and be paying him a little bit to hang on here for a bit.
Sure thing, and
we'll also
gives you. He refers to you. Once you do that, first off, the way you're dressed. Secondly, the way you're throwing money around. You get an honorific out of that.
Oh, excellent.
Ah.
Yeah. Probably got like the frilled collar and what have you.
Yeah. He assumes you're one of the merchant lords.
You happen to know, my dear chap, if any of these villas we've been going by might any thought about it, if any of these might be for sale?
Oh.
Yeah, any signs of that?
He
I
says.
don't know if you're in this part of town.
He says, I have it on good authority that 3 of the ones we passed have been abandoned for some time.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. There's something to think about. Very good. If you could hang on here for just a bit whilst my friends and I take a little look around. Seems kind of want to know how the neighbors are, that sort of thing, if we wish to invest in the area.
He says, my cousin is a real estate broker. I will hook you up.
Yes. Good to know.
Do not let that guy's cousin hook you up.
And
by the way, whose villa is this? A lovely driver man. Whose villa is this?
He doesn't answer immediately, but he pulls out a small notebook. And flips to a specific page, and he says, "Oh crap, Scythe! What's your family's name?"
Oh,
Or
I thought
Scythe?
we settled on that. Didn't
Did we do a last name for them?
Yeah.
Crap, what is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think right. I thought we had settled on oh no, maybe we didn't.
Maybe we didn't.
Okay, yeah. I think I at one point I thought we settled on Hawthorne.
I like that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he says it is currently leased to the Lady Hawthorne.
Oh, that's lovely. Excellent. Thank you. I'm hoping that we can get what do you call it, an audience?
Not my department, sir.
Oh,
Which Lady Hawthorne?
All the information I have. How are you presenting, ma'am or sir?
suspicious.
Oh yeah. I'm presenting as a sir right now.
Okay, so yeah, he says all the information I have, sir.
Out of character, do we as the party know Scythe's surname?
That's up to Scythe.
I probably never told anyone.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, you can
We will
probably...
be pleasantly surprised.
Mhm. And you can see, well, some people, anybody who knows Murthine, Murthine thinks, oh, so it's not Scythe's family, because Scythe's last name is Scythe, I guess. And so just, yes, so you can tell that he's like, oh, good, we're not going to have any troubles at all, because he doesn't realize.
We will get out of earshot of the driver.
Okay.
And it's like, well, it's one of my fucking sisters. So be prepared for anything.
What? I thought it was a different family.
No, no, sadly, this one is mine.
Oh. So,
But flip a coin as
but
to
they have a different last name.
I'll bet. No, this is my real last name.
Oh. Oh. Right.
Your family's name does not define you.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you, Dame. I truly appreciate that. More so now than ever. Truly. Okay, so what you're getting into, one of my sisters is a gigantic, horrible monster.
Oh.
Wait,
Like a griffin?
Not the sword slay
Oh,
monster
Like an
kind. Just
ogre?
oh,
horrible, manipulative social monster.
I like how everyone
Oh.
interpreted that completely differently.
you said horrible monster. That is my job description.
Yes, like Beowulf or something. You know.
I shouldn't.
Beowulf's
shouldn't-
mother was so kind, just so long as you don't try to kill her son.
Oh,
She didn't like that.
that's
It's true.
kind of sweet.
So,
All right.
would you like me to visit this sister?
I'm
Ooh,
actually
like we
kind
did
of
at
torn.
Salix.
Should I let someone murder my sister?
What?
I
Not the
never
bad
said I'd
sister, not the good
murder.
sister.
I just said I'd talk to them.
You know what? You know what? That's not a bad idea. I think that's awesome because they will be very impressed by your power because they're just terrible, terrible people who are like super impressed by power. But if one of them's in danger, or God help us, like getting married or something, I mean, that's just.
Wow, it's the greatest danger.
Yeah.
Feel like I've missed something. Oh, they're over that way though. The tiger roses.
We want to get permission from the owners of the villa to see the garden.
Right.
That way they don't get mad and
Oh.
try to remove you from the garden.
Yes.
Is that what happened the last time? Is that what all that kerfuffle was about last time in Salix?
Just a
Definitely.
little bit, yes.
100%.
It was
Sorry.
fine after you spoke to the Duchess, but before then,
I see.
yes. So we
Oh,
want to get
oh, I
permission
see.
first. So we are going to ask politely, and once they say that we can go look at the garden, then you're fine. But you have to wait for just a moment.
I do
Alright.
like Dorian's approach of us trying to purchase a neighboring villa. That
Oh, yes, that was rather what I was thinking.
yeah, that might get us in. And meanwhile, while you guys distract them, I can poke around in all of their private stuff.
Oh,
All right.
Atropos.
Oh, I was going to ask Atropos a question as well. Ooh,
Sorry.
fun.
Okay.
No, I love it.
That
You and I, we have the same mind.
the dagger that you found before, you could feel
That's not
it.
terribly uncomfortable.
Correct.
Can you feel something similar now?
Do anything?
Yeah, no, not in this world. And you could scan the whole thing. You've had time.
Okay, so detect dagger does not ping.
Yeah, nothing on that level is here.
Nothing is here, unfortunately.
Oh, so can I ask my question then, Atropos?
Yes, of course. As she's flicking off more of the
Right.
glitter.
So it's a question. It's philosophical. You detect the death of worlds and whatnot, yes? Like worlds dying and so forth, yes?
Correct. Yes.
All right. So that lovely driver man, he said that 3 of the villas have been abandoned. Is the abandoning of buildings a symptom of the decay of a world, or is it not? Would you consider that to be related to the a decay of a world, or not? You know, because symbols are so important. Like if the raven flew over, I'd think, oh, symbols, abandoned villas. Is that a symbol of a dying world?
And it
I'm not so good with
entirely
urban symbols.
it entirely depends on what is abandoned. For instance, a house like this, probably not the most important depending on who lived there. Now, if there was a prominent figure in a community that helped keep things together and then they abandoned that place, that might signify things kind of slowly falling apart. In this case, this world has a ways to go before anything like that should possibly happen.
So this is
More unrest
basically
is necessary.
just late stage gentrification.
Yeah, it seems as though potentially, and she just kind of looks over at the area and like noticing like the locations like that weren't driven through. Does it seem like this area is slowly being abandoned for something?
Oh, interesting.
Or is it like just people moving in and out? Because 3 houses in a row, I guess, would kind of
Rich
weird.
houses.
Yeah, rich houses
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, there's something there. It's not, there is a connection. There is definitely something, yeah, it would represent definitely a weak point for sure. Nothing that is yet threatening the world, definitely, or even the society. But yeah, there's a connection for sure.
Thank you, Kat, for muting my microphone. I would say that it is more of a crack in the system rather than something far worse. It's a predecessor, something that can potentially be fixed if corrected in time, but if not, then, well, cracks get bigger and bigger the longer you don't maintain them.
Oh.
I don't know quite what it is yet. I'm more so an observer than necessarily someone that quickens things along.
Interesting, though. So this could be the beginning of the end.
If I were to use prior knowledge, I would say this is the beginning of a power vacuum.
Oh.
We went through things similar where I was from.
Is it because Scythe isn't here?
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I think it's...
I think that there are many chess pieces in play that we don't know about here, and they may have just taken out a few key pieces. It's still
Game Lord Dean's very good
possibly...
at chess.
It's winnable, but the strategy has begun.
Just my worst fear, right, is that because I stole that key, my family has resorted to bargaining with some extra dimensional demon Dwimmer lakes. That's my worst fear. If we can
question
that,
asking like Atropos has paid attention to worlds that are on the decline. Has it slowed since Scythe has taken the key, or has it picked up pace?
Ooh, good question. Ooh.
Brian, your mic's muted on the Google.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
There you go.
So do you mean this world specifically?
I would say this world specifically, but even if I can get greater information, awesome. But
sure,
specifically this world.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely get both now that you're thinking about it. Actually, yeah, the decline has decidedly slowed down on this world, but it has increased on a handful of others.
Oh,
Guess which ones?
This is gonna pique her interest of like, oh, and then I think there's a moment where like the scythe almost vibrates like in this way of like giving the information, and then she's like, very interesting. No, scythe, actually, that is the best thing you could have ever done for your world, to be frank. For everyone else, not so much, but here it
Wait,
helps. So
What? What?
This is your world, Scythe? You were born here?
This is one of my
sorry, was
family's
that
holdings.
spoilers? I didn't mean to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the understanding I got, is that Scythe was your family is headquartered in a different place, but they were heavily involved in this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my understanding is that this is not her home planet, right?
That's exactly it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But Murthine doesn't know that, right? So he's
Right.
like, so this is where you were born, your home?
Oh, I wasn't born here, but let's just say I spend a few vacations here. My family has headquarters on multiple worlds, and this was one of them. But here's the thing. If I took the key, and I took the key to cut off my dad's access, are they cut off, or did they find a different way to gain that access? Because clearly someone is traversing the stair.
Well, if tiger roses are here, I can't imagine that those tiger roses have been here for however long you have been away.
Definitely.
So, Laudine, people are looking out the windows at you.
Oh,
You're the first one to notice.
Yes, we
would never
are quite
notice.
the circus. Laudine is going to stride up to the door
Okay.
and knock.
Now, the good news is the stair will translate everything for you. So, yeah, it is. Sorry, Dorian, you had a thing first?
Dorian will just quickly lean into Atropos and say, so we'll try talking to them nicely, but do let me know should you need to drop the spell, should you wish to impress them with your mystical mien.
Now, my understanding from the book
Yep.
book is that while the stair does translate, if you go through one of the doorways from the stair, it will translate, but you can still hear the language underneath, the
You can.
original language.
Yeah.
You can
You get to
definitely
hear them both, which is cool.
Yeah,
love that.
which means it is possible to learn other languages. And I'm sure all of you know a bunch of languages. You are just not required to, again, as long as you go through the door. Which, fortunately, all of you did this time. All right, so which also makes icon travel problematic sometimes. Because if you show up at a place from an icon, you're like, what? Unless you've been to that world through a door. There's a whole thing. Anyway, sorry. So, Laudine, is it just Laudine, or is anyone accompanying her to knock on the door?
I'll go, after I whisper that, I'll hurry up to go
right.
because
I guess we should go as a party.
I struggle to look at the ivy. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the ivy on the wall. I'm like, oh, ivy. Yeah.
Atropos will take bird form.
Oh, nice.
To be a little bit less.
I like it. Okay.
Conspicuous, and then
I wish I'd thought of that.
Nice transformation should we need it.
People are watching.
Yeah.
People just saw the both of you do that.
you can go behind the carriage.
Oh, I didn't do it.
Oh, okay. The person walks behind the carriage and a bird flies out the other end.
Right.
Not at all conspicuous.
Why not?
I'm trying to walk up and wave at the windows as I do to try to cover for anyone if I can.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I am probably look the most ridiculous of anybody. So
I think,
although you actually are the only one dressed appropriately for the world, so there's that.
oh,
Yeah.
there's that.
perhaps once Laudine knocks, she will like step aside as if she were being your like valet or bodyguard or something,
Oh,
so that you
interesting.
can do
Okay.
the talking.
Good
Okay.
one.
Because you look like you fit in.
That's true. You do look like a rich
Yeah.
person from the city.
And Laudine is very clearly hired help. She's got the giant sword.
Mhm.
Fair enough. Well, in that
If,
case, go ahead. Yep.
If Atropos would like to perch upon Merthin's shoulder,
Oh, yes.
then she is absolutely welcome to.
I like that idea a lot.
As I chat with the ivy, I look very much like a what you call it, an absent-minded professor. You know, that
Sure.
sort of that sort of a thing. Yes.
I
There
will
also
be a sycophantic hanger-on in Dorian's retinue. Yes.
gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
We want Scythe to be visible because Scythe may have the in here.
Yeah.
So also.
No.
So the,
but I might have
yeah.
to whisper something. Yeah.
So yeah, an obvious servant opens the door, and given the way that you were all arrayed and have decided to present yourselves, let me think about this. No, the servant clearly defers to Dorian, but speaks to Laudine.
Right. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
You're the mouth.
Nadine,
Well met.
Yes.
We're just looking about, and I'd heard that there were some delightful properties in this area that might be worth looking into, and I thought, before I should make a choice as to investment, we might see who the neighbors might be. I'd heard some delightful things about this villa and how pretty it is, and how pretty it's... how lovely its garden is, things of that nature, and so we thought we'd pop by and see if, and just to see if we might get a little look-see. What do you say?
First off, the servant looks shocked that you're addressing the servant directly, so does not make eye contact with you and only talks to Laudine,
Gotcha.
and says, "My mistress bids you enter."
And Ladine will be trying to be like conspiratorial with the servant, like it's like, don't worry about him, he's new in the area. Trying to convey that and a little bit of the thank you for humoring us in her acceptance. But yeah, she's gonna try and put the servant at ease just a little bit.
It works to an extent.
We still look a bit like a circus. It's okay.
And but yeah, servant steps aside, and you find yourself in an open room. It's got dark tiles on the floor, and the tiles on the walls are enameled in intricate patterns of blue and gold. And the servant says, "Wait here. Refreshments will be provided." And doesn't run, but it certainly looks like he wants to.
Is this normal for the customs of this world, Brian?
Not really.
Yeah, this seems like an escalation.
There's something going on here. This is not right.
All right. Okay. I'll kind of say.
Can I eyeball this room for first, exits, second, anything that looks like it's conspicuously out of place? Is there a hidden door? Is there a trap door?
Oh. Okay, first off, this would be a terrible place to be ambushed. It has a single door to the courtyard that you just not the courtyard, a single door to the garden that you just came into, and then another single door directly across from that door into what you presume is the rest of the villa. That is it.
A lot.
And there's not really anything else in the room. There are no tables. There are no torches. No wall sconces.
Windows.
There are two small windows that look out into the garden.
Laudine is turning her sword into a gun.
Okay.
It is now a pistol.
Do you mean to say that if this were like one of those places where they like locked all the doors and put in like evil poison gas, we would have a hard time finding a way out?
Yeah, you would. Yep.
Oh.
Given your combined skills, I imagine you could do it, but it would not be easy. So eventually, the only other door in the room. Oh, well, sorry, you were asking for secret doors. No, not that you can tell.
Okay.
So we have the front door, the door that we walked in that came
Yep.
from the outside, and then there's some door that goes further in the villa, and there are little windows that let us see the garden.
Yes, and none of those windows are big enough for any of you to fit
Through,
through
of course.
under normal circumstances. If you were in, I don't know, bird form, you could get through, but under your normal humanoid form, you could not fit through either of those windows.
Does that
Ladina's
mean
going-
I just want to make sure? So in this is the front room, the foyer, the what you call it,
It's an
the
atrium.
visiting room.
Sort of, yeah.
The atrium, yes. You have your visitations, and there aren't windows to the front. There's a lack of windows. Like I'm used to a visiting room having windows to the front, but there's none. There's only windows off to the back garden. That seems
It's a peculiar visiting room because there was no furniture.
Nope,
There's nothing
absolutely
but
not.
floor.
ooh.
It's kind of designed to make your visitors feel uncomfortable, I would say.
Ladine is going to open the front door
Okay.
and look out and look up and check rooftops.
Oh. You don't, okay, none of the rooftops in the area have anyone on them, except one. And that person definitely has, you can't see it clearly from here, but the way that they are positioned, it's a ranged weapon of some sort. Because you can tell from the way that they are crouched and the way they're standing. Or not standing, but positioned.
Yeah.
You cannot see the roof of this house from here, but you can hear at least two figures up on the roof.
Okay. Ladine is going to approach Scythe and Dorian and just, there's a sniper across the street and there's two more people on this roof.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's
pretty normal for
disappointing.
my family, but it sucks for us right now.
And let's
I just
see.
wander through the windows and I just look at the garden. I'm like,
Okay.
oh, garden. And I'm just like looking at the garden through the little mini windows.
I will say
while
the
everyone's
garden
worried
is
about
quite nice.
danger.
Yeah, there are gorgeous fruit
Ooh.
trees. It is there is some serious irrigation happening here. Some of the things out there
Ooh.
require more water than the area would normally provide.
Mm,
And you suspect there's probably a little bit of magic happening.
mm.
Atropos in bird form will just do a little caw with the head tilt of like,
Mhm.
do you want me to take care of it outside? Or...
I translate because I speak
you
animal.
speak,
You
yes.
speak bird. Yeah. Ladine kind of grits her teeth and goes, until this escalates into a firefight, I don't want to doom them yet. Once it does, feel free, please.
Disappointed caw.
Aw.
Ladine is lawful good. She doesn't want them to die.
She's disappointed. That's what that's. I don't. Did you pick that up?
I
think
understood
everyone
that one,
got
yes.
that. Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes.
Sorry, Dorian?
Ryan, the Eidolon is going up, and I am looking around.
Okay. Something that you. Okay, something you discover in this particular area that is not true of the world in general. The Eidolon and Umbra are exactly balanced here.
What in the hell?
And that's not the case across the world, because you've all been getting that sense. But now that you've got the Eidolon up, you sense that it is, and that almost never happens. You almost never get 50-50.
And so he's just sort of, as Dorian's sort of casually looking around and looking out the window, and he's like, good Lord.
The trees are beautiful, aren't they?
They're doing quite a balancing act out around here.
Oh.
No, I suspect this is an interesting sort of neutral meeting place of sorts, or neutral something anyway.
Oh.
Well, I don't think it's balanced at all. They're using far too much water. Far too much water for this area. I mean, it's not quite in line with nature, is what I'd say. So I'd say it's out of balance.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, my dear chap. I wasn't looking at the physical world.
Oh. Oh.
So that's weird. I mean, what Atropos said earlier about it being in better shape. Something's wrong. Something's wrong, and I don't like it. They are doing something shady. They always do shady things, my family. Okay. I'm not going to go off on a shady tangent. I have a shady soapbox about my family. I'm not going to go on it. But
You could if you wanted to.
I will just summarize it by saying something shady is going on, and I bet it's their fault.
There is the sound of the door that goes into the villa unlocking, and you hear multiple clicks. There's like at least 3.
Laudine is going to jump in front of the whole party. Just stand right in front.
And so yeah, you guys have seen enough people here to know what. Actually, the person that steps through is a woman. Yes, Scythe, it's one of your sisters.
No, is it the bad one?
How many sisters do you have? That's my question.
Did you name any of them?
One too many. Yes, I did. I gave Brian a list of names.
We do have a list. So I think it's Oleander, and Oleander is the younger one.
The good one that I like.
And but she is dressed very much like Dorian.
Oh.
And she says, "Is this going to be a fight, or do we need to cut the crap and talk about where you people actually came from?" And now I think it's a good time to take a break.
All right, folks. Well, leaving on that note, we shall take a quick break. I have an interview prepared that I've had queued up a bit. You may recognize the people in it as we talk about a game very similar to the game that we're experiencing right now. Though this was recorded last year, about a year or so ago. So I don't know if anything prescient is in there, but we shall find out.
Yeah.
See you soon. Welcome to the break. I am here with Brian. Hello.
Hello, Jim. How you doing?
I am doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something.
I rarely know what I'm doing either.
Tell me about it. But today, we're doing a thing. We're going to breach a very dangerous topic now. We're going to talk about the Amber Diceless role-playing game.
I mean, I pretty much just walk around talking about the Amber Diceless role-playing game anyway. So
yes.
I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to also do it here. Thank you.
Excellent. This may take a while. We'll see what we can do.
I'll do my best to keep it short.
It's not just him. You'll see.
No.
You'll see. But that is a game that I have run on this channel. I did a mini campaign. So folks may recognize it if you've watched this channel for a while. Folks may recognize it from Life. But in case folks may not know what it is we're talking about, tell us, what is the Amber Diceless role-playing game?
So as the title implies, it is based on the Amber novels that were written by Roger Zelazny, largely in the 70s and 80s. And the game itself was published in 1991 by Erick Wujcik. And there's a interesting story about that I'm not going to go into, but feel free to go to the Wikipedia page for the Amber Diceless game because it's got a lot of great information. But the game itself, also, it's diceless. It's right there in the title. And it was, if not the first diceless game, easily one of the first diceless games. And the reason he decided to make it diceless was because the way that the stories happened in the books, usually what you would have is you'd have one person that was much better at sword fighting than another person, but then the person that was worse at sword fighting might be stronger than the other person. So if they were in some sort of conflict, the stronger person would try to fix it so that they were wrestling, but the sword fighting person would definitely try to keep it that way. So in a fair fight, if you have a higher score than the other person does, then you win. That's it. And then if anything else comes up at you, the game master will usually have an idea of, for example, NPCs or adversaries or anything like that, where they stand on certain levels and how likely you are to be able to defeat them. And honestly, that's mostly it. The rest of the rules are about how to do the different powers in the books, which is one of my favorite things, because the point of the novels is that you've got this group of people that are able to travel from world to world, and what world to world means in this case is sort of alternate realities.
Yeah.
So our Earth is just one of those, and then anything that you can imagine, you can travel to, and then so that makes it a lot of fun as a player and a huge challenge as a game master. Because if a player comes up to you and says, I'm going to go to a place where the trees are pink and everyone worships me, I'm like, okay, great. Now I have to figure out that quickly and do that. So it's also really good for improvisation. And other than that, and I'm not going to go into a whole lot of the other stuff. You can read about it. Oh, and I will say, the Amber Diceless game is out of print, but you can still find copies of it in a bunch of places. You can still technically get PDFs at DriveThruRPG, and Wright Publishing published Lords of Gossamer and Shadow, which uses the same system.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for it, you can get it. You can get the same system, and it's a really similar setting over on those. And I've run and played both, and I like them a lot.
Yeah, I also ran a one shot of Lords of Gossamer and Shadow on this channel, and folks may see we did we did a one shot of that.
Yep, that was a lot of fun.
And I did find certain things different. I think that I like the broader mandate that Amber gives as far as the ability for PCs to go anywhere. There are more specific channels you have to use.
Right.
In Lords of Gossamer and Shadow. I have a theory about that I won't go into right now. This entire conversation is going to be, I won't go into this right now, but I'll talk about this.
Yeah,
just
we're trying to keep it short.
There's so much. There is a lot. I'm going to say here, just as for context, folks, you were talking about being a good game for improvisation. That is basically the game that taught me how to improvise as a GM.
Me too. 100%.
It's the first running that game. That's the first game I ran that made me actually a better GM.
Yeah.
And
one other thing that I really like, if you can get your hands on the original book, and again, DriveThruRPG has it, the game master advice in that book is not, most of it is not specific to running Amber. It's just good game master advice. So every now and then, what I'll do is I'll go get my Amber book before I run a game, and I'll read through it just to remind myself and give myself to energize myself for no matter what I'm running.
I need to go back actually and reread some of that just to see how well some of it's held up, because I don't know right now as of this conversation, because I haven't read it in quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine that there are a lot of things. There are a lot of games that came about later that had a lot of formative. Their designers had formative Amber experiences as well, and so that kind of turned into other games. You've heard of Fate, haven't you? That was one of them.
Yep. That's why Fate exists.
Yeah. So it's just I think really cool. Also, as a side note, also. As folks may not be aware, we actually met while you were running Amber.
we would not be having this conversation, and I wouldn't have run or played any of the games on Jim's channel that I did if not for the Amber Diceless game, because I was running it, and as I recall, a friend of yours saw us doing that and came to get you.
That was the funny part, because he was in the Amber campaign I was running back home.
Gotcha.
And so you know what? And he just brought me up, and he was like, "Do you know what they're doing? Do you know what this is?" I said, "No, what is it? This is amber." Like,
Yeah.
"Really?" And it was neat. I only caught the tail end of that game, but
Yeah. I think that was at Dragon Con one year, right?
yeah, 1 year
Yeah.
Dragon Con.
Man.
But that is the thing. It's I guess what else, what do you think it is about this game that drives us to such distraction? This game from the 1990s.
I know. Well, first off, in so many ways, it was ahead of its time. I think it was just okay. I think it was the thing we were talking about before, where you can, as a player, you can literally do anything you can imagine. Your character is able to do so many things, and if you don't have to have read the Amber novels,
Yeah.
but I think it helps. But I've run games for people that never read them and still haven't read them and still got into the setting. So I think part of it is that setting, and you've got that family bond instantly. You're already related to some of the people, probably most of the other player characters, which to me kind of helps.
That's true. There is this basically these families at either end of the universe, essentially, if you want to think of it that way, either end of the multiverse, who are sort of in this thing that later I think inspired Game of Thrones. But
you may be right.
So it's like, how do you normally introduce somebody? Let's say they've never read any of the books. They're not familiar with the game. How do you normally introduce someone?
I got to the point where I actually just wrote up a quick, and believe it or not, you can write up a quick summary of the setting. I don't go into the history too much of things that happened, except for there's a couple of points where it's important, but mostly I encourage them to play someone that isn't particularly familiar with what's happening in the city of Amber, which is at the center of everything. But I do give them information on what the different powers are, how they work, and how they interact with each other. And then from that point, if they're not familiar with it at all, I literally start with like what the powers are and the general idea of the setting, the whole multiverse thing. And I can fit that on one page, and then I send that to them. And then if they have any questions, we talk it back and forth. So that's usually how I get people started.
Cool. Yeah, it's like I remember that back when I was running it more regularly, I used to do this thing where it was just like, okay, what kind of character would you like to play from what genre?
That's good too. That's really good.
I just sort of throw them in there. I try to be a little more. I try to help the players be a little more informed about it nowadays. I think the last time I ran it on this channel, we did this kind of more. Everyone participated in a little bit of world building to create a new version of Amber.
I remember that. Yeah, I thought that was a good idea.
I think I felt like that helped, just as far as giving players a little more investment as far as it goes. Because I will say the one thing that I think that Lords of Gossamer and Shadow does have over the Amber Diceless RPG is that it does decentralize the power.
And that's helpful in a lot of ways.
You don't have to be a member of one of these families to be able to do whatever you need.
Yeah, you can just be a person with the special powers, and you don't have to worry about everybody being your cousin. Yeah, which is depending on how you want to play it. And I've done it both ways and had fun. But yeah, you're right. I like a lot of the stuff about the Lords of Gossamer and Shadow, and the way they, like you said, the way they decentralized it. I like the way that they have split the poles. Because it's sort of the same, because in the Amber setting, it's sort of breaks down into order and chaos.
Yeah.
And Lords of Gossamer and Shadow kind of does the same thing, but the focus on each one is a little different, which I actually enjoy. I like it that it gives each player a way to personalize that power a little more, which I like.
Yeah, definitely. There are so many things we could talk about here. We may someday in the future come back and do a part 2. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I'm up for it. So
yeah, but because there's just so much. There's too much. As
Yeah.
I said. So if this conversation has felt like a fire hose to you, I'm sorry. That is, alas, the nature of this particular thing with us.
But unfortunately, I regret to inform you that we have barely scratched the surface.
We have. There's too much. So
yeah,
hopefully this is
Maybe we'll do a part 2. I like that idea.
maybe hopefully
Yeah.
this has been the least bit intelligible. I recommend checking it out. It's not it wasn't necessarily the be all end all, as there have been other games since then that I have played that have also affected how I play and run games in kind of fundamental ways. And things have evolved since then in the way that RPGs are written and our understanding of them. And so it's important, I think, also when reading it to understand that this book does come from the previous century. But there's just so much that I think just fundamentally is different from what was the case at the time, which was your D&D, your Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
The Champions, that kind of thing. So it's just just for me it was mind blowing.
Same.
Well, folks, we will perhaps come back to this another time. But I'm going to just conclude this by asking you if folks want to find if folks want to find you online, where should they go?
I'm Vaclam at most of the things. That's VAKLAM, or Malcav backwards for my fellow 90s gamers.
Mm-hmm.
I also am doing a podcast these days with my friend Quinn Murphy. Just look for Infectious Enthusiasm at all of your podcast places. And it is largely Pathfinder 2nd Edition based. We talk about things we like about Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and then we compare them to other games. One of which actually at one point was Amber Diceless. So we've got a lot of stuff in there that we basically just want to make sure everybody knows about.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to toss things over to my future self. So we will see you folks all of a sudden.
Thanks a lot.
Greetings. Once again, we have returned, and we were in a room, and there was a person coming into the room, and they were wondering if we were about to fight or not. I think that was the question.
So yes, when we left, right, as it stands currently, a single person is in the room. Let's see. Before anyone responds, I will tell you what you can tell about her. First off, she is average height, but she is she has dark brown hair and a pale complexion, but you sense that that is probably something cosmetic.
Hmm.
She is a pleasantly round figure. She is, and her, again, the clothes she's wearing are definitely fit in with the wealthier people of this world, but they are also they enhance her voluminous figure. They are made to definitely, shall we say, draw your attention to certain aspects of her body. And she says, "Oh, also, hang on. Actually, you heard what she said. I'll repeat it if you need me to. But also, all of you are probably looking at her in various ways. Dorian, you can tell she has spells about her, but you can't immediately tell what. Scythe, this is either your sister or someone remarkably shapeshifted to look like her. She is the amount older you would expect her to be from the last time you saw her.
Okay.
Let's see. Also, for the three of you that can detect such things, you're not picking up any like Umbra or Eidolon mastery about her. But her necklace is definitely Eidolon charged. The necklace itself is it's on a white gold chain, and the setting is it's got a just a massive red stone in it that is would be a ruby on other worlds. Maybe it's one here. You're not sure. You are also, every single one of you knows that this necklace did not come from this world. It's from someplace else. As is something that she has hidden within her robes. And it is definitely magical in nature. Let's see, Laudine and Scythe you're the first two to pick up on. If this came down to a like an actual physical fight with her, meaning with weapons, either of you would be able to definitely take her out immediately. But you also sense that she is positioned particularly well by the door and could run. So if she is definitely in a position that she can get behind the door and lock it again before any of you could do anything to get right to her. Anyone else doing any?
Could I ask?
Yes.
Yes, well, I mean, I think I'm going to ask the most important question. Are her fibers natural?
Yes. Which is in line with what you saw from everyone else, almost exactly everyone else walking around here. Her clothes were definitely made on this world and are created from materials from this world.
That's nice.
Yes, so and the textiles are quite nice. Although, as Scythe did point out, there are definitely textiles from other worlds here. She just doesn't happen to be wearing any of them. And so, yeah, the last thing she said was, "Is this going to be a fight, or should we cut the crap and you tell me where you're actually from?"
I don't know. Do you enjoy fighting your guests?
You're not my guests yet.
Oh, just give us a moment. We'll grow on you.
You have a moment. Go.
Nice. So inhospitable.
You have a rather interesting place, and we have rather interesting things going on. And some things perhaps that might be of concern, some things that some concern to some folks, I suppose. I just sort of say, glancing back in Scythe's direction, because I know that, because this is like, no, I've got to use this tool if it's available. This having someone who is known here, but it's clear that she already has some knowledge of things, and so we're just cutting right to those things. And so Dorian will say, but it's fine. I told the fellow who answered the door, very well trained, by the way, that we were here to check on our neighbors, and that is in a sense correct, although perhaps not necessarily the same origin point, if you take my meaning.
I think I do.
Very good, very good. So, there's some things of some concern in sort of the cosmic realm going on. We thought perhaps we might come by and take a look, as it would be just sort of dreadful if this place were under fire, and we hope that it's not going to be. And Dorian is not being the least bit threatening when he says this.
Right.
He is being as oblivious as he usually is, or at least tries to be. And he genuinely hopes that this place does not get hurt. And so he says, well, as you know, sometimes when one is in the business of doing things between places, that from time to time the buzzards circle, and so we just wanted to make sure there wasn't so much circling happening here as it was brought to our attention.
She says, are you trying to tell me I'm in danger?
I certainly hope not. I'm trying to ascertain, my dear lady, whether or not you're in danger.
Sir, I'm always in danger. I need you to be more specific.
Fair enough. He says, just sort of, has she recognized her sister yet? I'm curious.
Not yet, because as far as I know, Sai doesn't look like herself anymore.
While he's been talking, I realize where this conversation is going. So while Dorian
I'm not
is
trying
talking,
to deliberately pull you in, though. I forgot you look different right now. But
That is all right. But Scythe has had an attack of conscience while Dorian has been talking, and is using the time that he is so cleverly stalling out, to shapeshift back into her normal self.
Okay, and...
But my back is turned, so it's like not like threatening. Okay. I'm shapeshifting. Yeah, okay.
So she's looking around the room, but focusing on Dorian because he's the one talking to her.
Yes.
But she spends time looking at each of you, mostly... Laudine, you can tell she's like, she's sizing you up, just ready to run if anyone makes a move. But then once Scythe looks like Scythe, or at least like Scythe looked last time she saw Oleander, she stops. Her entire demeanor changes, and she says, "Forsythia?
I have asked you a million times not to call me that, Oleander."
Surprised call.
He says, "What are you doing here?"
I came to see if you were getting assassinated this week.
I mean, quite possibly. Especially now that you've drawn more attention to my villa.
What are those fucking flowers doing in your garden?
Oh, the ones from Tamsin?
Yes, the ones from Tamsin.
She remembers them?
She says, well, after you took the damn key, Uncle Darvish had to find another way to get us out of our house.
So it's Uncle Darvish who's to blame.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Do you
that's
know
what
that
I'm
those-
doing. I'm blaming Uncle Darvish.
Did you know that those flowers are spies?
Of course I do. That's why we only say things we don't care about around them.
Oh my god.
Unless they can hear this conversation, which is getting really loud.
Hmm.
Uh,
If it may help just a bit, I don't know is necessarily that the audible issue. The audible issue is still one, of course, but it should not register on anyone with a shall we say big enough eyes to that we are here. If I've done the appropriate spell work, so that
Says,
should
well, I guess that's something.
help a
Fine.
bit.
Who are your friends and why are you actually here?
Hello.
I introduce my friends. This is Dame Laudine. This is Mervine. This is Dorian. And I kind of like glance at Atropos to see if she wants to be introduced. But if the crow doesn't call,
Atropos.
I will let it go because she could be our spy.
Right.
I think that Atropos would leave it up to you, Scythe, of whether you wanted her to know everything.
Right.
I
Which
think Atropos is
don't-
happy to just spy on people. That's not a problem. But I think she's entirely like, this is your family. I'm staying out of it.
I wanted to stay out of it. I wanted to stay out of it. Oh, okay. So we're here because your new friends in Tamsin are up to something terrible. Which is why I left the family in the first place, because our family tends to attract terrible dealings.
Yeah. Weird how that happens. So, what you're saying is the people that helped us get out of the trap you stuck us in are suddenly the enemy?
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Look, are you really gung-ho on the family business now? Because the Oleander I left behind was like a person with actual integrity.
Someone had to step into your shoes.
Gonna ignore the implications of that.
That's not the insult she thinks it is.
Oh. Laudine calms me down slightly.
Also, Darvish is running things differently from the way Dad did.
Is he? Is he running it so that worlds can be destroyed? Because
Wait, what?
this Tamsin thing. It looks like they're trying to suck the life out of actual worlds in order to, well, let's just say, get their allies out of their own trap.
Oh. All right, if that's true, it explains a lot.
Like what?
So they've got. Yeah, go ahead.
Does it look like she's now just out of curiosity? Does it look like she's still concerned at all about the flowers out in the garden hearing us, or is there or does she seem okay to talk here?
Yeah, she actually doesn't. Oh, in fact, what she does is she steps into the room and closes the door.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
And she says, and she does lower her voice to something a bit more conversational. So they've got access to power that we we're grateful for, but we've not been able to figure out the source. So you're saying they're trading one world for another?
That seems to be the case.
Huh. You know, Rabina's not going to care about that.
I know she's not going to care about that. That's why I hesitated to come here. Wasn't quite sure who I was going to meet.
Oh, yeah, good thing it wasn't her. Although she's going to be here.
Oh, fuck.
But more to the point, you should leave.
Well, obviously.
They probably already know you showed up. And I don't mean Rabina.
Who?
Those assholes from Tamsin.
Listen.
Are you all right? Are you safe?
No, I thought we established this.
Oh, sorry.
My entire existence is unsafe.
It's super weird that you can remember Tamsin in the first place, because, like, we typically have to drag it out of people.
Oh.
So what's your deal?
Oh, yeah, that explains some other things. I kept trying to talk to people, and they were like, who? Oh, yeah. Weird.
Would you mind explaining how Uncle Darvish knows Tamsin?
Uncle Darvish isn't talking about the origins of any of this. He's keeping the secrets as best he can. The only reason I know the word Tamsin is because I had to be here when they planted the flowers.
Ah, so you met them? The
I met
from Tamsin.
I met two of them.
Would you mind describing them for us?
Yeah, both dark skin, pointy ears.
Male, female, dressed kind of funny?
Yeah, one of each.
Looks around the group.
Why did they plant them here?
Can someone conjure a tiny illusion of our image of Naida Kataris? Ladin cannot, so
good idea.
Just like, was this the woman you met?
Dorian has one.
Yeah.
Looking at you.
I just pull out the drawing.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, that's her.
Huh. And how long ago were the flowers planted?
By this world's time? Close to a year.
Oh. Well. I'm so sorry. Why did they plant them here? What was why?
I mean, this isn't the only place they planted them. I'm sure they've got some in the city, but yeah, I mean, we figured out that they were listening to us pretty quick.
Where'd you get the pendant?
Not sure I'm going to answer that.
Just saying, it might be helping your memory a little.
Oh. Then she looks at you. Oh. You're one of those. Teach me to do what you can do, and I'll get you out of here.
We can leave anytime we want. I don't know why. Everything's very tense. It makes me very uncomfortable and nervous. When you two are sisters, you should be saying hello and have a tea and something nice and pleasant. I mean, it's always nice to be around family.
That is the grossest thing I've ever heard.
Please be kind. Please be kind. He's enthusiastic.
And this is how it's done in my family. You have a deal.
That is our love language, sir. So, yeah, you can leave anytime you want, but they're going to track you.
Oh, interesting.
It's me. I'm so sorry. This seems. I don't know if we're. Hello, my name is Mervine. It's very nice to meet you. We're worried. We came here because we were worried about your safety and the safety of this entire world, and actually many, many worlds. And I would hope that. Let me just ask. I hope this is not rude. Are you a good person or a bad person?
What does that even mean?
Well, do you? You don't know the difference between a good person and a bad person?
I don't have time to discuss moral relativism with you.
No, I just wanted to know what you think. Do you think that you're a good person or a bad person?
I think I'm a person that has survived this long.
That's not a good answer.
It's the only
All right,
one
let
you're
me ask you
getting
a-
for now. Okay, look, clearly I'm blown here. So look, you're stuck with me. We got to do something. What is it? You all know more than I do.
Ladine laughs like in character. Just you've survived this long. Clearly, you have resources, and it sounds like there have been attempts made on your life recently. What would you
Yeah.
normally do in this situation?
Find a new place and set up shop. But normally I have my family to back me up. I'm pretty sure that's going to quit once they realize that I've screwed this up.
I don't know what this is. What is this?
Look, Mervine, is it? You seem nice.
Yes, that's right. Oh, thank you.
And I promise I will attempt to explain it to you later. But right now, what we're trying to do here, what I was trying to do here, is make money for my family.
Oh, all right. Doing what?
Trading things.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So,
Yes?
I'm not quite. There's a lot of tension. I'm not quite certain why everything is so tense. We just came by to visit, and I just wanted to look at your garden, and I thought we could have a lovely day. I don't know why everything is so. Nothing happened at the moment. I don't think, at least.
No, but it's going to. All right, look. She opens the door again. Just be careful what you say around them.
All right. Oh, thank you. That's so nice.
Yes, frolic. Frolic like the wind.
Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to go out to your garden and just see how it is.
I'm
Thank you.
following. He's not going
Okay.
by himself.
No, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Atropos
So-
still perched on their shoulder.
I love that.
Head
So
on
the
a
three of you go
swivel.
out. So there's another room, and this one does have furniture and looks like a proper receiving room. And then beyond that, there's a door, and these doors are completely in line. That one leads into a courtyard. The courtyard is where that garden is. And now you can see the garden. You're not at a distance. You can see the garden, and it is beautiful. Again, the irrigation here is incredible. There's just a little magic to enhance the not the plants, but the environment. But for the most part, it's actually just particularly clever irrigation and landscaping. Again, let me think about this. The tiger roses. The tiger roses are not the only plants here that are from another world. But most of them do appear to be from here. However, there is a section over in one corner that is definitely spices and other things that are growing here that she can, herbs mostly, herbs and spices that she can sell fresh. That are by far, that is the best and most well-tended section of this entire garden.
Of the flowers and the plants here, are there any from worlds that are deceased?
Oh, interesting. Yes, there are.
Which one?
Oh.
Those are going to get cataloged.
Yeah, there's only a couple. There is one there's one that's an orchid that Mervine, just looking at it, you know that this thing would have medicinal properties as well as being just really pretty. There's another one that, like, by itself does not look like anything. It's just got some kind of fuzzy leaves, but underneath it is a root vegetable that would, if and again, Berthine, you've seen this one before. And if prepared properly, the roots of this thing produce a powerful hallucinogen.
Oh, yes. Oh, I think Dorian was asking me about that one once.
I suspect he might have been.
Ladine's gonna do something while Merdine's looking at all the flowers.
I
So
get Herbie to go and we're going
Yeah.
to
Oh yeah,
yes,
Herbie's working overtime right now. Yeah.
yeah. So Fontes, the weapon, has the what is it, mold gossamer matter or shape, like the minor
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
It's generally for making ammunition for
Right.
the guns. I would like to summon up a couple of empty bullet cases and
Okay.
prop open every door as we go through.
Yep, no problem. Okay.
Yeah.
You
So
could definitely do that.
yeah. And then once we're actually outside in the garden, Ladine is going to look up. Are the two people still on the roof?
Yeah, but now they're just watching you. They're just like plainly watching you. They're just standing on the roof, like seeing. They don't even seem to be like guarding. They're just like, what's up with these people in the garden? They just seem to be curious at this point.
Can I do something really stupid?
Sure.
Ladine wants to go talk to them, so she's just gonna jump onto the roof.
Okay, no problem.
Just one like Super Mario jump up onto the roof.
Yeah, you're on the roof. And okay, so the people, now that you can see them more clearly, the people, once again, they are dressed like some of the sort of middle class level people that you saw when you drove in here. However, their clothes are definitely loose and allow them full range of movement should they get into a fight. They are armed. Neither one of them is currently carrying any sort of ranged weapon, but you do see a couple of rifles, which is above the tech level of this current of this world. But so you see a couple of rifles over in the corner, along with crossbows, but they're not holding them right now. They do have swords and daggers, and you can tell from the way they move, they know what they're doing. They would not put up any resistance to you, but they are well trained.
Mhm. Ladine's just going to say to them, "Hi, we're your entertainment for today."
One of them looks suspicious. The other one goes, "Well, it has been kind of boring."
Oh, really? You guys normally see more action than this?
Yeah, I mean, the boss gets, I don't know, the occasional threat.
Yeah. Look, part of the reason we came by was to see if there had been more than the usual number of threats. We have reason to believe that she might have been targeted. And of course, she doesn't want to admit, but
He says, "Yeah, things have stepped up a little lately. Nothing we can't handle."
of course.
And you don't
Recently,
get the sense that it's bravado. You think he's
no,
like,
he
yeah,
can do it.
yeah.
But was it recently?
Last one was a few nights ago.
All right. And in the past 3 weeks?
There was one more, a couple weeks before that. Just some local idiots, though.
Yeah. And the one a few nights ago, was that a local or
Nah,
someone?
that was outside talent.
Ah, all right. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on that outside talent. You might get more of them coming in. As the cat there.
Oh yeah.
And then Ladine's just gonna nod to the rifleman, like on the other rooftop, and just looks like you've got some outside talent of your own.
Yeah, well, if things get hot here, we've got people that can, I mean, either take care of things over here or, in a pinch, run back to the city.
All right. Well, Oh, thank you. You keep up the good work. Your boss isn't dead yet, so you must be doing your job well.
Yeah, she pays very well.
Oh, good.
I'm going to cut back to Dorian and Scythe in a moment, but I need to know. So I know what Murthine's doing. Atropos, you're still in crow form, just hanging out?
Yeah, still in crow form. I'm trying to keep my Umbra feelers out
Okay.
because
Ah.
just in case something new arrives in the world or any
Okay.
kind of shift
Um,
at all.
nothing
The one
yet,
thing that
but go ahead.
the one thing that Murthine would say to Atro, because Murthine's having a talk with a tree,
Right.
because who doesn't like talking to trees? But Murthine would say to Atropo, I didn't want to say, but I'm somewhat distressed at how, well, Scythe's sister seems to be, um, well, more in the know than the Duchess, and that sort of implies that more in the know implies a bit more in the know, if you know what I mean, a bit more aligned, a bit more allied, a bit more willing, a bit more aware, a bit less, a bit, I think you know what I'm do a little scritch on scritch on the agreement. I'm just worried that perhaps Scythe's favorite sister's a bit, nefarious.
Atropo will caw in communication of basically agreeing with you on that front. I would say you'd be able to tell that she's very wary of this situation and will point out probably the same flowers that you saw from these dying worlds as evidence.
When did these worlds die, Atropo?
Were they recent or?
One of them was quite recent. The other one, the one with the orchid, was quite recent. The one with the root vegetable was much longer ago.
She'll probably fly in like whatever order they
I like it.
Were destroyed, ending on the orchid, kind of circling around it, signifying it was the shortest amount of time.
Murthine, being sort of like a Disney princess, can speak to
Right.
plants and animals and all. It's like, I just hope that Scythe doesn't get disappointed. Also, she kept saying that people were coming. Do you think she called them? I mean, this seems, I don't know. It seems like, I hope it'll be all right. Clyde, is it? Come back over to the tree and sort of pat it.
Speaking of Scythe and Dory and you guys are still in the room with Oleander, yes? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that door is open. All of the doors between the room you're in and the interior garden are currently open.
I'm going to close the door.
Okay. And Oleander says, "We don't have much time."
What is going on?
They put things in place that if certain conditions were met, that's the word I'm looking for, that they didn't think we knew about, but they didn't know who they were dealing with. And we spotted them, but left them because taking them out would have, you get it. But I don't know everything about what you and your friends are, because you're not what I used to call my sister.
Been learning a few things since then.
But I do know that you're exactly the kind of things that are triggering the alarms.
Oh, dear.
Even with Dorian's spell in place?
I think it might be delaying it.
Yeah,
Oh,
perhaps.
boy.
Yes,
Here's the thing.
haven't-
I know the alarms are there. I don't know if they're going off. They weren't idiots.
Well, if we
Right.
haven't much time, then I suppose I should just ask one or two direct questions. Have you seen any daggers about?
A
These
dagger.
would be special daggers, ceremonial daggers.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Sacrificial
that thing.
daggers.
That's back at home.
What? Where?
Ah,
Darvish has it. He's the one. He's the
Fucking
one that led the
Darvish.
charge on this.
did he put you here?
Yeah.
Ah, about how long ago?
About the same time those flowers showed up.
Right,
Okay,
yes.
listen.
Interesting. Do you reckon you might be the most important person on this world at this point, and do you think this world knows it?
No and no.
Ah, good. You might not be the direct target. However, this strikes me as being as balanced as this place is would make an excellent place to do a sacrifice. There's a ritual sacrifice involved in the problem. You see, that's the tricky part.
Oh yeah. Maybe they shouldn't have made it a knife. That's kind of obvious now that I think about it.
Ah, yes. Well, there's a theme.
That's what
Mm.
I said.
A bit of a motif.
Can we get him to
It's
sacrifice
dreadful.
Dad?
Oh, that would solve so many problems.
Yeah.
But you need to be connected to this world. You see, that's the thing. Is that I suspect it has something to do with significant sacrifice connected to the world in some way. If you've been here long enough, however,
Oh.
then you might be the target. It's possible if this world has made enough of a connection to you.
Oh
And-
no. Now that you're saying all this, I think I'm the forward observer.
Ah. Might one ask whom you've been observing?
Well, I mean, there's the Sultan. He's the one I deal with. And he knows what's going on as far as other worlds and things. I mean, he
Mhm.
always did. We had a foothold here before someone stole the key.
And it didn't work, obviously.
Well, it worked just fine for a while, and then Darvish met these guys, and we got back.
Yeah, Darvish is getting taken for a ride.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that now. Here's the thing. It's not like he let me in on any of those details. But I did
Yeah.
see that knife. It's real nice. Ivory handle, a lot of jewels.
Any like dark blue jewels?
Yeah, kind of on the pommel,
Yeah.
Ah.
like right at the tip.
Where the hell is Darvish these days?
Oh, he stays at home. He doesn't leave.
Oh, like home.
Oh, home.
Not this place.
No.
Huh.
No, that's why he stuck me on the backwater.
Ah. I do hope he had a plan to get you out before the ritual was done. You see, this place would become even further back behind the water afterwards. You see.
I don't know about that. Like I said, I mean, he was running things pretty good, but yeah, he'd throw any of us under the carriage if it took, a little bit off of the other guy's bottom line.
Yeah. Look, where did you get that thing that you're wearing? Because it could be. I mean, am I right in thinking that it could be helping with this weird balance that we're seeing in this
It
world?
could be, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely the most Eidolon thing you've seen here,
Hmm.
with the possible exception of Dorian. She says, "You're not the only mysterious travelers from other worlds to pay attention to me."
Oh, wow. No, but seriously. Wait, are you saying it was a present from, like, your boyfriend?
Boyfriend. Sure.
Hmm. Oh, might I have a look? And he doesn't want to touch it, but he's gonna.
Yeah.
If she'll permit it, he'll move closer and look at it.
Okay.
Does that look like anybody's handiwork that I might be at all
Oh, now
familiar
that's
with?
a good question.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
Hmm. In fact, it kind of does. Um, yeah. Okay, so you're familiar with, you've probably met Dale. She is an artist, and definitely the one that knows the most about writing. And she's not just a painter; she's a jewelry maker, sculptor. If it's a visual art, she does it. This looks like something she would have done, except you do know that she would have had to have had assistance with the Eidolon side of it.
Yeah.
But this looks like her. This looks like her crafting.
My goodness. I've not seen that. I've not seen that particular design for a while. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. And Dorian will just sort of nod and turn to side and say, "There's some people we should probably ask some things."
Oh,
Yeah. What do we know?
Atropos, something just changed.
good to have another lead.
Oh,
You felt a shift
Uh-oh.
where?
everywhere.
Ah, shit.
Oh, we really do have to go now.
The world is different now.
Oh.
Okay. But is there anything like pinging off of like is this
It's-
like a self-destruct button? Is
No, it's more like, okay, it feels like multiple doors have opened in a bunch of different places, except something that's the closest you can get, but that's not quite right.
mhm. Atropos is going to start kind of cawing very loudly.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah, you can hear that from the other side of the door.
Oh, it's
and I
time to
just say
go.
through the Eidolon, oh, Atro says something's happening. Something's wrong.
Or through the icon, or whatever, yeah. And Dorian's going to be like, I suppose we should be going. It just sort of glances over at, once again, at Oleander. Well, you've been a most gracious host, but I fear that things are rather happening. Where's this dagger?
She says, Forsythia knows.
Yes, I do know. Are you coming with us or not?
I guess I'm going to have to. And then everyone notices that suddenly, where it was probably the solar equivalent of like 3 in the afternoon, now it's nighttime outside.
Oh.
Ah.
I go to the door. Hello, excuse me. I'm sorry, Clyde. If you're ready, we could go anytime. Anytime. We should probably go.
Definitely
Excellent.
go.
Go. Hello.
Immediately?
Okay, so
Yes.
here is what
Right.
happens.
But
the
we're still in
door-
different places. I'm waiting for them to come. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone's converging on this actual door, and it is a door because
Mhm.
you're in a place with doors, which makes it easier
We're
to
on the
work
other
with.
sides of it, right?
Something is fighting you in an attempt to turn this into a capital D door.
No.
I will get back to you, but that is what's currently happening with you. Let's see. Next is Dorian.
It's a problem.
You know how when you're in a place and you can tell how well sorcery is going to work?
Mm-hmm.
When you entered here, you were like, hooray, lots of sorcery. When everything became nighttime, sorcery suddenly became less effective. Not ineffective, but less effective.
Mm.
Now, for the two of you that are Umbra sensitive, nothing, well, that's not true. Something has changed. It's not. Okay, you know that balance that you felt when you got into this area? It's still in effect, but everything around it, the Umbra level things are tipping more towards the Umbra side.
Oh.
And Laudine, you're still in the garden, right?
Joined Merdine and
Right.
Atropos.
Yeah. Okay, so you. Oh yeah, did you jump back down? Right.
Yeah.
So, you sense. You get that feeling when there are invisible people around you.
Oh.
But something's wrong. If they were merely invisible, you could use sound cues to figure out where they are, and that's not happening.
She keeps looking over her shoulder, like,
And I'm going to get reactions from everyone, but the next thing that happens, though, is Scythe.
Mhm.
You feel you're not wearing any kind of armor right now, are you?
No.
Okay, so you feel a sharp pain in your left calf, as if you've been stabbed by a really thin knife.
Like an awl or like a hypodermic needle?
Like an ice pick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got you. Okay.
And by the way, damage-wise, not much is going on, but your body's reacting as if you've been poisoned.
Fuck. Okay, I try to, can I Umbra my way out of this?
You sure can.
Okay. I'm going to try to change that poison into like a shower of dust.
You're gonna Benny Gesserit that shit. Okay.
I'm gonna Benny Gesserit this.
All right, I got it. All right.
Transform the poison!
Yeah. You are in the process of doing that. It's going to take some time.
Okay.
You are certain you're going to be victorious over it,
Okay.
but that's what you have to concentrate on right now.
Is that one of those things that I can sort of roll out of the way while I'm concentrating?
Oh yeah, you can move around.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And
For the record, just to visualize, yes?
yes,
Mervine and Laudine and Atropos are in the garden, and
Right.
we are waiting for Dorian and also Scythe to come through the door, so then I can then transform the door. I'm trying to prep things, but
Right.
we can't. We have to be on the same side. So
yeah, you do.
I'm,
That's kind of a rule. But your preparations are meeting resistance.
Okay.
Ooh. Dame Laudine, something's wrong with the door. Something's trying to stop me. I think there might be a ward or something. Somebody's trying to not let us go.
they're fighting you.
let's-
Okay. I'm going to ask mentally, too, because I know Merdine has my icon is ready.
Yeah.
And, but I'm also going to say it out loud so that Scythe can hear. Shall I try to pop us out of here?
Yes, please.
There's something wrong with the doors.
This would be a good time to leave.
Right.
Oleander did not. Okay, Oleander looked concerned because
Right.
Yeah.
everyone saw it turn into night.
Yes.
Also, you could tell
Just
from her
gonna-
reaction that hasn't happened before. She's like,
Oh, okay. Good.
She
all
sort of
right.
freaking out.
glance. I just kind of glance in Oleander's direction. Would you like to come?
Yeah, I think I will. And
Right.
but there is something in your voice that makes
Uh-huh.
her, like when you say that makes her look significantly more worried.
Okay. Could be
Let me
the
know-
poison.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah. I'm about to do the thing. Let me know when I should do the thing.
Okay.
Oh wait, we know from previous experience of going to Dorian's that we all have to be in the same place, right?
Right.
Okay.
If he's going to get you out that way, yes, you do.
Okay. So Jim, if that's what you are doing, then I think Laudine is going to usher
Open the door.
Merdine
Good,
and
good,
Atropos.
yeah.
If Merdine's not moving, she's going to physically pick him up and just book it.
Ooh. And I was like, I was trying to talk to the door, and I'm like, nope, just being brought through the
Nope.
threshold.
Yes, whoop.
Time's up. We're going with Dorian. Come on, and just
Oh.
moving.
Oh. Ooh. And I'm trying to make sure that Atropos with me.
Yeah.
It's all a little bit like, oh.
Atropos is staying nearby, but she's very much working as like a guard around Laudine.
Oh.
And Atropos, the big thing she's trying to pay attention with her Umbra is lifetime left. So if she can figure out necessarily where a source of time is, she might be able to figure out where they're going to attack. Like basically, instead of sensing like sound, she's listening for living creatures
Decay.
coming near.
That's good.
You could
To
totally
hear
do
the
that.
Sand of their lifetimer,
How,
like in the hourglass.
Yeah.
There are 4 of them. How do you communicate this to Laudine?
Oh no.
You could just tell me.
I think that because I have an icon of everybody, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, by the way, you can turn into a crow that can talk. But,
Yeah.
just FYI, but,
Well, I think what's cool about at least I think she will actually the speaking voice comes out at this point.
yeah.
There's 4 as she's kind of like circling around
Not good, not good, not good.
Laudine and
She
Resin-
says there's 4 of them.
Yes.
And-
Laudine.
Go
Did
ahead.
Laudine?
Because he doesn't realize that
hear-
she's speaking out in actual
Right. Oh,
language.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Did Laudine hear the scythe has been stabbed and there is poison?
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
probably. With your warf. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you said it, right?
I did not say poison, but I did say ow and drop to the floor in sort of a hardcover getting under fashion.
Okay.
And once we get to
Okay.
the room, I suppose we'll see it, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure you know about it right now because the door was closed.
Okay.
One more thing for Atropos really quick, though. There is something about them, about the 4 figures, and you've identified 4 different ones, but they are moving in and out of this world, like
Blink dogs.
very easily, and remaining unseen. But you can predict just before they show up. You can predict where they are.
But yeah, I think that because of her scythe being basically a Grand Stairmaster, it makes her so if she gets left behind, she can travel a little bit easier.
True.
So I think she is very much focusing on getting everybody else out and
Okay.
protecting everybody to get there.
All right, but as I understand it, Luddy, are you leading the way and carrying Merdine?
Yeah, I'm just.
So we can get into the...
If Atropos does tell me where these
Mhm.
threats are, Laudine is going to. She's holding the gun. She's going to turn around and fire. She's
Okay.
no idea.
Yes.
Yeah. So just going off Atropos' cue, like if the bird caws at me, I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
take the shot.
Mhm.
It's
that
right
works,
there.
That works great. You have
Right.
no idea if you've hit them. By the time you get to that front room where Oleander and Scythe and Dorian are, and let's see, the door. Do you open the door or kick the door in?
My hands are full, or at least one hand's got Merdine and one
Yeah.
hand's got a gun. So now it's a boot to the door.
Nice. I love it. Okay. Efficient. Atropos, you were certain that Laudine nailed one of them. The other ones were sufficiently intimidated by the bullets whizzing past them that they were not able to come after her with whatever weapons they've got. So now there are only 3, and all of you are in the same room. So there are 6 of you here, not counting the invisible people that are blinking in and out.
Atropos gonna stay in bird form until we need the element of surprise where
Nice.
she can go and
Good.
do things.
All right.
But she's basically just using like flying around so she looks like a bird, but just waiting to pounce when
Nice.
necessary.
Okay. So, Dorian, everyone's roughly in the same area.
Okay.
I put
Dor-
Merdine down.
Oh, yeah.
Dorian's going to cast three spells damn near simultaneously.
Okay, I want to hear this.
And so here's how he kind of starts. He's because he knows that the rules have been changed a bit.
Yep.
To make spellcasting less effective, he's a little worried that the spell he's about to try won't get everybody unless he does a thing to balance the odds first.
Okay.
So, thing one, he's using the mana cantrip. So you hear him just sort of basically raises his hand and goes to produce some extra mana.
Sure. So
local to me for what I'm about to do.
Yeah. Now you have significantly more power behind it.
Okay. Spell number one, rules change.
Nice.
My spells are supreme here. I am an island of the Eidolon, damn it, and it will hear what I have to say. So that's just locally right around here. Make it so that to give that a boost.
So for those of you with Umbra sight, this is like shining a flashlight in your eyes.
Ow.
A little bit. But apologies. And second spell.
I break the window. The little window, I break it. There's
Okay.
two of them, I break one of them.
Second spell is the next two spells. One I prepare to go off right after we leave,
Okay.
and so that will be the third spell. Second spell is portal to safety. There are 6 of us here that need to get to safety. I'm thinking that it's a place we would have established ahead of time as a place of safety. I'm thinking a place of good healing magic. I have to kind of choose it when I cast this spell, I think. So I'm thinking a place where there is good healing magic, but not necessarily any of our domains per se.
Okay.
So that
But
it
you've
can't
got-
necessarily.
Very smart.
You have places lined up.
Yeah, exactly. So somewhere where we can get a nice, where we can get a nice bit of relaxation. And it's not a portal to fun. It's a portal to safety, though. So it's a well-guarded place that has a really nice magical hospital where we can check in immediately. So I choose that as the target for the spell. So as that's going off, the other spell that I've got set in place after we vanished may happen if we vanish. I don't know. Are we vanishing? I think is the question.
Oh yeah. Yes, that works.
Because I don't want spell number 3 to go off if we're still there.
No,
Okay.
you do not. And first off, you can tell as it is kicking in, you can tell it only worked because you put the power behind it with the mana spell.
Cool. The third spell is Trouble Beacon.
Okay.
This is to
And what does
distract
that
them
do?
as we leave.
Okay.
Trouble Beacon, I will tell you what Trouble Beacon does. Summons a horde of mischievous imps from one of Malvar's adjacent dimensions. So these are also creatures that can phase in and out of reality. And basically, I'm dropping them right here to act as a distraction. It's one of the places from one of the demon hordes that sometimes like to invade different places. We're just going to throw a bunch of imps, mostly troublemaking imps. They're not really, I'm not summoning huge, powerful demons.
Right.
But it's basically the grab from the elemental plane of mischievous imps, a nice big cluster of them to
Cool.
show up here and cause everyone
Very nice.
a bit of havoc.
Okay, so can you describe the place that you arrive in? I will do so if you want to, but if you want to describe just in general terms, what sort of place, what do you see, and where exactly do all of you appear?
An arcane hospital, I think, is the thing. Their technology does work here, but I think this is probably. And so it'd be fairly contemporary in terms of the sort of the timing and technology. It's not. It's maybe we may be up to so that they have enough understanding of medicine. It's like a post 1950s understanding of medicine.
Sure.
Yeah.
But also there is magic use. So they will have this place has dedicated healers, people who are dedicated to healing magic. So this magic at least is known to folks.
Okay, may I make a suggestion?
Mhm.
Can elves be there?
Absolutely.
Okay, I think
Wait,
elves
Keebler
are
elves or Lord of the Rings elves?
Lord of the Rings elves. This is like Lothlorien general.
Excellent.
Oh,
We're going to show up in Lothlorien General. There's probably many big trees around, which is probably
Yeah, there are.
Going to please Merdine at least.
Yeah, it's that's a good point. Yeah, it is. It's exactly like that. Which means that the place that you have arrived is a dedicated hospital. It is a dedicated healing area. Not everyone that staffs it is an elf, but there are definitely elves here. And I suspect you've landed here because the elves are the ones that handle the elves are like the level 1 trauma center.
Yeah. We should show up in the Elven ER.
You do. You actually do. Which means they immediately identify Scythe as the one that they triage you right into a room, unless you resist.
I do not resist.
And I will just turn to Oleander and say, "Welcome to another world, my dear."
She says,
Stay away from my sister.
as they're carrying you up.
Yeah.
Very well.
She says,
Closest
Only
door.
because Scythe asked.
nice trick.
I find the closest capital D door.
Yeah. You find one that is, it's actually a dedicated door that does in fact lead to the grand stair. And it's not far from here.
I go, excuse me. Where? When? Yes, please. Right now. If you don't mind. Thank you very much. I use my awareness of the grand stair to see if there have been any doors in the close by that have been opened. I also want to make sure no one's coming. You know.
Yeah, nothing recently, and definitely no activity. Because you can, at least here, not every world, but here you sense there are various networks of doors, and you don't sense anything that you can perceive
Nearby.
from here as having been used, or more to the point, currently in use.
I don't sense any doors nearby from the grand staircase opening or not. It looks like they're not following at the moment. I don't think.
Take a deep breath.
Clyde had quite a bit to say. Oh, yes. So I'm sorry, Herbie, you can go. It's all right. We took all the notes. It's
Ladine is going to just like put hand on Merdine's shoulder and just deep breaths.
Yeah, so Scythe, your Umbra stuff is doing most of the work, really. And you can allow it to do so. But you can also sense that if you let these elves help you, it'll speed up the process.
Great. Yes, I am all for speeding up the process of not being poisoned.
Okay. Although now that you've got some time to focus on it, it was a nasty neurotoxin.
Man, I hate those.
On a lesser being, it would have killed them immediately.
Uh-oh, which means they now know something about us.
As Scythe is being worked on, I think Atropos kind of just flutters like in the raven feathers into the room.
Nice.
Just very big, like just big scary dog Atropos moment. And I think she's just going to say, what was the poison?
It was a derivative of, I give her some horrible neurotoxin name.
Yeah.
Tetrodotoxin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Ooh.
Yeah, one of those from some really, really deep sea creature. One of those things.
Atropos, I think, in the moment of like realizing, hopefully she's going to try and wait until most of the different attendings and doctors are out of the room. And then she's going to pull out her scythe, grab it with both hands, and start searching for whatever the heck these creatures are within its memory.
Yes.
Interesting.
She's mad. She's really mad.
You have enough of a memory of what you perceive to go on. I'll get back to you. It's in the process though. Yeah, let's go around the room. What are the other people doing now that you're in a place of relative safety?
First, thank Dorian for the bug out spell. Very
At least I
handy.
could do. Yeah, at least I could do. Yeah, there's whilst and actually, because Scythe is often has been taken to another room. I will say to at least, and I know Laudine and Wilt and Merdine are in here at least. I don't know if Atropos is probably in with.
I think by now she is. Yeah.
I will say, yeah. Incidentally, when we have a moment, I understand things are a bit up in the air presently. I think we're going to need to cheer Scythe up a little bit at some point in the near future. So I've arranged for I was arranged for us to take a sort of a for Maya to take a sort of a family portrait type thing of us in the near future. Would be interested in participating in that?
Oh, that sounds
Yes.
lovely.
Excellent.
Atropos is just holding onto the scythe, opens one eye, and it's just a glare at Dorian,
Yeah.
and just a nod, and then eyes shuts again of
Very
like
good.
portrait. And then she
Aw.
And he says it very
through
quietly. He doesn't want Oleander to overhear this because
Sure.
of the context.
So, Atropos, the scythe has to go very far back to recall anything like what you detected. And one of the reasons that it's not sure is that the things that you detected in its memory weren't able to do that reality thing that they were doing when you guys were in the room with them. But you're sure it's the same bunch. Yeah, hang on. There is a thing I need to look up real quick. Oh, having said that, though, the scythe is able to give you an image of what they look like when they're not, invisible and hiding behind reality, which is generally humanoid. Actually, no, it is humanoid. They're like, 2 arms, 2 legs. Sallow gray skin. They are taller than average. Look like they might have been played by Doug Jones at some point. They just not even with particularly heavy makeup. They but yeah, generally like, yeah, that's about it. Just tall, gray, long limbs, 7 fingers on each hand.
Oh.
Claws?
That is a good question. Yeah, they got claws. Short ones.
No good. No
Don't
good.
appear to be retractable.
Sorry,
do they
these
have
are
a known world they're attached to? Or were attached to?
Yes, there are definitely some, all of which have been severed from the stair.
these are the creatures that use the poison, not the ones that secrete the poison, or are they the same?
Oh yeah, these don't have any history of being poisonous. You're pretty sure that they stabbed Scythe with a poison weapon.
Ah, okay.
However, I'm assuming you described this to at least Laudine. Yeah,
I think
these
like,
guys
as
look familiar.
as she kind of like holds the scythe, and like you can see like as she's like using a lot of power to look that far back, dark veins begin to
Ooh,
creep
nice.
up on her neck, and her eyes begin to glow like this dark black color as she's like repeating all of this. And
Whoa.
and I feel like it's not her voice that is coming out, but the scythe's voice.
Nice.
that is.
Oh, that's so cool.
I like that.
So cool.
Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Once Atropos tells Laudine, Laudine's going to excuse herself And then she's gonna go make a phone call
Okay.
where she's trying real hard not to panic.
Right.
So she's got that icon that she picked up last time.
Right.
Yeah. So, oh God, is this one Drake? Lucian's the information guy.
Yeah, Drake's the warfare guy.
Okay, Drake. I'm calling him.
Okay.
Just it's so Ladine's gonna find like a room that's not in use so that she doesn't freak out the general populace.
Good call. Okay.
And she's going to like put the icon, like hold it, and if and when he picks up, she's going to report very perfunctorily. There was a Dwimmer Lake incursion on the planet Aingeru. There were 4 that we counted and several more that were attempting to manifest.
Although, as a point of clarification, you don't think these are Dwimmer Lake, like Dwimmer Lake. You think these were the guys that you messed
these
up
are the
plans?
Brethren.
Yeah, these are Brethren.
Okay. So slight amendment. These are just Brethren incursion.
However, I mean, they were definitely Dwimmer Lake adjacent. So yeah, that's
yeah. Also, I thought the Brethren looked significantly more humanoid than
a lot of them
description.
do, but they're also they had they had guys that worked for them that looked like this is basically what it was. So Brethren, the Brethren was a bigger organization.
Yeah. Okay. So the report still stands. It's just there was a Brethren incursion, and just very facts up front of and they were going in and out of worlds.
That's new.
Picked up a new trick since I fought them last.
Any idea what the mechanism is?
I don't know. I have some guesses, but no evidence or proof. The world they were on tilted towards Umbra significantly the moment before it happened.
So they're playing with those forces too. Yeah, they weren't able to do that. Either they've made some powerful friends or they learned some new tricks, like you said.
A little bit of both.
That sounds right.
Powerful people on Tamsin who are messing with things.
Yep, not good.
Yep. Aingeru, God, I can't say that word. Aingeru could probably use a little bit of backup.
Huh. You see him look off to the side as if he's consulting a book, and then he says, "Got it. I'll let you know what we find."
Thank you.
And he nods with the understanding that that you will also do the same.
Yes.
And all right, Scythe, you are you're going to limp for a while, but you are poison free.
Yay! I'm not happy about this. Typically, I am the one that does any sneaky stabbing that has to get done. Mostly, I do sneaky dodging. No stabbing at all. Yeah.
And you're still in the room, though, and Oleander comes in, and she says, "They went for you first, huh?"
Yeah.
Great, so they're not idiots. I was kind of hoping they'd be idiots.
Me too. I mean, all things being equal, I'm glad you came with us.
Yeah, so am I. All right. What do we do next?
Well, the reason we were there to begin with was trying to track down these knives, these world ender knives.
Wait, knives.
Yeah, sorry, there's more than one.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah.
But Sounds like Uncle has one of them.
Yeah, he does.
So that means our home world is going to get ended just as soon as someone speaks the magic keyword. I mean, obviously, we need to steal it.
Yeah. I mean, I still got some stuff there. I'd like to make sure it's okay.
Here's the thing. From what we can tell, those things can end worlds even if they're not still on them. So what we need to do is figure out how they attune the things and break that attunement. We were hoping we'd get all the knives, figure them out, save a bunch of worlds.
Huh.
But it looks like our timeline just got accelerated.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so we're blown on Angaru. Definitely got a thing to check out back home. What did you find? Where'd you find the other one?
I mean, no offense, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not in on this whole thing.
I mean, I could be.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. Look, I haven't earned that level of trust yet. She says, I know some things, though. I wasn't in the inner circle. Definitely not.
Yeah.
But their OPSEC's not as good as they think it is.
That's what I like to hear.
So, I understand. I'll remain on a need-to-know basis, but keep in mind, the more I know, the more I can help you.
I'll talk to the others.
Love you too. And she leaves. Let's see. I think we need to come back to Atropos for a moment. So now that you've got this, what's going on?
I think very similar to Laudine. I think she's going to attempt, or at least try, to find a alcove.
Okay.
Because this could technically be considered a direct attack against the Empire.
That is okay. Fair point.
So I think that she is going to at least communicate that to Bastiano.
Okay. And unless there's anything else, well, unless there's anything you're like leaving out, I'm assuming you're just basically letting him know what happened.
Letting him know what happened, with the added thing of saying, look into the Hawthorne family.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
I was about to be offended, and then I'm like, no, definitely do that.
Yeah, what was I thinking?
But I think what could be interesting is, depending on where she is, if Dorian possibly sees the ending of that conversation.
That may well happen. Okay. I like that.
Because the icon is almost like a two-way mirror, at least, that she would use with Bastiano.
Okay.
Where you could actually see her true reflection in.
Oh, interesting. Nice. Okay. So yeah, I think we need to talk to Dorian next.
Hi. Yeah, well, it's a funny thing because there was something that Dorian needed to, in context for this anyway, to communicate to Atropos.
Okay.
And so there is one piece of information that Jim doesn't remember.
Okay.
That Dorian probably will remember. And that is, did Oleander say who she got that pendant from?
Not specifically. Oh, wait. No, she never gave a name.
Okay.
Just another world traveler.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
She
exactly.
specifically refrained from revealing
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
That
very
right there.
intentionally.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. I just needed to. I needed to know how much I knew. I'm not gonna try interrogating anyone right now. But I am going to try. So looking for Atropos to try to ask her to tell her a thing, ask her about a thing. And so I do. We'll know if I come upon her and what we're seeing at the time. Do I see the end? Do I see the end of that conversation? I guess is the question.
I think that Atropos is very exhausted. She used a lot of energy having to track the Brethren assassins, and then she had to dive deep within Kronos, and then she had to use the icon.
Oh yeah,
she's getting real tapped out at this point.
that is a fair point.
Like, she has a high psyche, but what she was doing was very high level in her power set.
Right, and like high endurance too, which is why you were able to do all that. But you're reaching the your limits.
Yeah. And Dorian didn't exhaust himself fully, but he did draw in his own essence to create mana. But at the same time, it's probably not as much as Atropos has been doing, and necessarily, and it depends on how, the spell casting, of course. And then also, if it matters, I do have 3 good stuff.
Yes, you do.
But, and I have 10 bad.
Yes.
Oh, I've got 10 good because that's how I get through things, because I'm quite lucky. And, I wander off and like that person that walks just through the assembly line and doesn't get hit by anything.
Yep.
But
for the record, that 3 good stuff is why none of the imps followed you through that spell.
Oh, good.
Because you were the one casting it.
So you're sitting at Atropos balances out Myrthine, and Dorian's got 3 good stuff.
Yep.
What about
to balance out Scythe's 2 bad stuff?
Yes.
There you go.
Ah, there you go. Ladine's also got 2 good stuff, so
Nice.
we're net positive.
Okay. We're net positive. Good.
Nice.
So I guess this question: do I see who you're talking to before I approach?
I mean, with 10 bad stuff, yeah, probably. You probably see
okay, fair point.
reflection.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Like, it's actually just your reflection though in the mirror, right? Is that the? Okay. So,
I guess it would be up to our GM as far as
you can.
what it.
No, you can. You could tell. Oh, actually, no. You can tell whose icon she's holding.
Okay. What is the icon? What does the icon look like? What is it?
It is. It looks like Bastiano.
Right, but I mean, what form does the icon take?
Yeah, what form is it? Yeah, whatever. That's up to Atropos. What does the icon look like? It could be anything where you could depict an image.
It's a locket. Within
I like
it.
that.
But it's actually shaped, and I think that Dorian would be able to tell that there is like some sort of magical, whether it be curse, whether it be binding magic, there's something more to this icon in that it almost seems like it can't really leave her further than a certain amount.
So this is probably the first time I've seen you actually make use of it and see what. Which is interesting considering Dorian doesn't have an entirely negative view of Bastiano. I think because, as I'm suddenly weaving backstory, because the thing is, as I was reading through the different signature characters, and I was thinking whether what Dorian's relationship to any of them might be. I don't think Dorian necessarily. There's a chance they've met because for only one reason, and that is that he struck me as, while being a terribly Machiavellian person, might actually throw some of the best parties.
He would. That's a fair point.
So there is a chance Dorian might have either met him
He
or
would
known
throw
that
excellent
way.
parties. Yes.
And then also the other factor being that up until very recently, and especially this intensifies the further back you go, Dorian also did not like Lucian.
Right.
So they kind of had that in common.
Yeah, they did.
So so it might not necessarily be a oh my god, it's a villain reaction.
Yeah.
But it is a thing where so he'll sort of see it, and he will wait for you to finish. And it's like, but for a moment his face kind of falls, maybe, hopefully, and he hopes you don't see his face fall, but maybe, but his tone changes a little bit. But just sort of once you're done, and he's not trying to listen in necessarily. Actually, if it looks like you're about to say anything else, he will kind of sort of cough politely and just sort of be like, oh, just sort of turn around to show that he's moving out of the way for you to finish your conversation. But sort of to indicate, oh, hi, I see you're doing a thing. That kind of thing.
I think she would finish the conversation quickly, but there's definitely stress in her voice as she's finishing the conversation, and almost like, as far as icons are concerned, can you hear the other side?
You can't. Only
she
the
can only
person
hear
in communication can hear the other side. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. If you're he would hear your side.
Well, probably only if you're
I-
speaking out loud. If you're speaking mind to mind, I might not necessarily.
That's a fair point, and you are
Yeah.
capable of doing it mentally only if you wish.
I think it would be one of those things of like, she doesn't have enough left to
Okay.
do it mentally.
So yeah, that's a good point. In this condition, you're absolutely right. You're probably even with that, you're speaking quietly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I think there is definitely and knowing how Bastiano and her work, there's usually at the end of every conversation, there's always like, just give me a little bit more, and there's just a pull from her of like an anger of having to give that little bit. And I think that's when he would hear, look into the Hawthorne family.
Got it. That's when it happens. Okay.
And so he's going to wait for you to put the amulet away. He'll be like,
And she clasps it and puts it back.
oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. I don't mean to intrude. Well, we probably should chat a bit soon when we have time. But I did have something a little more immediate I did want to make sure you were aware of. And that is that Miss Oleander's pendant. She couldn't have done it by herself. But unless I'm much mistaken, that's Dale's hand.
That would be rather interesting.
So we can see what else we can find out from Oleander, but you may wish to make some inquiries when you, at your convenience,
Oh,
with respect to such
yes.
things.
The dark veins begin like creeping up further. At this point, she's just going to say, "I'm afraid that might be a tomorrow decision."
Oh, certainly, absolutely. Now I know you. I know you know. You always at all times know precisely what you're doing. But should it make more sense to have a little bit less of a deliberate action happening around you immediately all the time? Sometime soon we should perhaps we should perhaps just chat a bit and We can make the environment quite pleasant if need be.
She'll just give a smile and give a nod and just say, a chat is probably in due order. It seems that we both have a grand figure that caused certain things.
It seems so. Yeah, it seems so. And he will slightly awkwardly again. He will sort of reach out and just sort of do the kind of just sort of the there if you permit it type deal. Although he means it sincerely.
Mhm.
And he says, right, well, they've got excellent facilities here. If that can help, some rejuvenating things. Should you wish to avail yourself of them, but if not, if you need to pop off, I'll let them know.
I might need to go back to my domain just to and you can see there's like a frustration in her face of like because her powers very much depend on her domain and she takes from her domain every time that she recharges. And so I would say lately she's been trying to see how far she can push herself, and she's really gotten to that point of like, I can do it more, but at what cost? And so I think that she'll just kind of just say, I can try and rejuvenate here, but I don't know how helpful it would be.
Understood.
Do let me know, though, if anything should go wrong, and I will try and look into figuring out ways around whatever the hell we just ran into. And I think just like with that last little bit of energy before she would put herself way over the edge, she's just gonna blip back to her domain.
Okay.
As like seconds just kind of tick by on that big clock in the castle.
Yeah.
Like pushing it further.
Yep, the hand moves a little more.
Yeah.
Got it.
Dorian is just calling after you. Do give me a ring when you're ready.
Yeah, so the place, I probably don't need to describe this, but I do need to point out that the place you're in is capital F full of capital L life. It is just this is yeah, Merdine, I'm not sure you've been here before, but man, this is a forest. This is when they say forest primeval, that's where you are. And everything here is at least the area that you're in is built in harmony with the trees as opposed to like cutting holes in the forest to put a building.
Yes, that's wonderful. Is Dame Lordine around anywhere?
Oh.
Good question.
Yeah. So I probably just concluded my conversation with Drake and meander back out.
And that did not take long. So,
again, mission reports are very to the point.
You guys communicate really efficiently.
So I'm going to see Merdine, and he's in a forest and he's sad. Something's wrong.
Yes. Oh no.
How are you?
At the moment, apparently better than you. Is everything all right?
Remember once when I said that might is not right? And that's true, you know. But there's more than one sort of violence. There's the violence of the fist and of the blade, which is one sort of violence. But there are other sorts of violence of will. There's more than one sort of might. Might to override someone's autonomy, which isn't right, you know. It's just as not right as the other sort of might. And that sort of might is quite seductive, I would imagine, to people who could be corrupted that way. And having that sort of power is quite a bit of a responsibility, you know. The power over people's lives, their essence, who they are. And it would take someone of great honor to be able to wield such a power and not fall to it. I wasn't thinking about this, but it's all sort of happened so quickly, hasn't it? And with the brethren, the brotherhood, those foes of yours coming back and all that's happening, we all had a bit of a... I was excited, but now I don't know, but I will tell you, if you wish, what I've found. But what I've found is something wondrous, but something with such a heavy responsibility.
Ladin takes a moment to catch up to where you've gone with the conversation, because she's still thinking about the brethren,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then it clicks, and she goes, "Oh, you mean?" And she'll pull out the sword. It's dagger shaped right now.
Yes.
And just uh, she she'll like offer it to you. You want to see it?
No. It's all right. I've studied it quite a bit. I took time away from the other dagger to study this one. I avoided it for so long, but you said, so I did. I know
Thank
its
you.
name.
It has a name.
It does.
Is that? Oh, a true name.
It has a true name, yes.
And
A hidden true name. Most people don't know it.
but but you were telling me just the other day the power that a true name can wield over
Yes.
people and oh dear. I I must admit I want to know, but before I ask, does to me this has been a weapon. It has been a sword or a bow or a gun if I need it. It represents power, physical power, might, and I have tried to behave honorably with it.
You have.
But I never before have had the cause to wonder if I should be asking its consent. So before you tell me the name, tell me, will I have to ask it? Is it aware enough that I shall? Should I talk to it? Is it capable of that?
Afraid you've asked the wrong question. This sword is quite special. I always knew it was, but I didn't quite until I got its name. Knowing its name will not just give you the power over this sword. It will imbue you with the power over every living thing if you so desire. Well, every living thing with a true name, that is. You can.
I don't think I understand. How can a sword like this? It's a it it's a sword. Certainly, if it were that powerful, our friends would have sensed the magic off of it.
Only those who know its true name can wield it. And so far, you have avoided knowing that true name. You said it is physical might, but it is also the might of the spirit that it imbues upon its wielder. A bit of a trick, though, isn't it? Only those who know the true name can access the ability to control people.
This is too much power for me. I don't want to control people.
Well, it is your choice, but I thought I should let you know that, I could, if I worked hard or tried, I could look for the true names of anything, not just plants. But I don't. I only look for the true names of plants. It makes me feel more comfortable.
You are a good person, one of the most honorable men I know. And you understand the consequences of power in a way few others do. Part of my ignorance of the true name of this sword has been entirely willful. I did not want to ask because I did not want to know. As you said, it brings a responsibility with it.
Far greater one than I knew. If you
And
learn the name of this sword, you will have the responsibility that I have been bearing for a few centuries, and it is heavy indeed.
but have you been carrying that weight all on your own for so long?
Yes.
And every time I have denied you this, you and you oh Meridian, I am so sorry. I never understood that I was making you
No, no,
shoulder all that responsibility all by yourself.
no, it's all right. I just don't want anyone to shoulder something like this without understanding. You will have a relationship with this sword that could be amazing, but I don't want you ever to forget the lessons that I have given you. Might is not right, and war is wickedness.
I understand. Perhaps I have tried, and perhaps I may even have succeeded in demonstrating to you that I understand. For in every opportunity that we have had over the past few weeks to fight, I fled.
You did. This will be more difficult for you, because it's not the blade, it's the mind. But if you wish to know this sword, to complete the union, let's say it, and I will give you its name. And it will change who you are to know it.
She holds the sword in front of her, the dagger in front of her, and she just stares at it for a moment, like stares at the bluish gem in the pommel, and like turns it over. You can see, or Meridian can see that the leather on the grip is well worn, and like you can see exactly where her hand fits around the hilt of the blade. And you can see that while the blade is incredibly well taken care of, it is always sharp, that leather does give out. And that's where you can see how many centuries she spent using this sword. And she slides her hand over the hilt in that like familiar, well-worn groove, turns it over, and opens her hand, and just, I have had so many questions about this sword, about where it came from, what it is, and I have dedicated so much of my life to finding out. And here you are offering me the answers.
I am. You'll be able to ask it yourself.
And then that is worth any price. Please tell me.
Khaled Bulh is the name of your sword. The true name, speak it to no one. And knowing this name, you now have the power over true names. Wield it with wisdom and honor.
And I don't think I can beat that for a closing line. That was excellent.
My God, that was good.
Yeah, that was excellent. Love that.
Oh, so good. Well,
Dame Laudine, you now have invocation.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh, this could be so much fun.
So speaking of which, I will get in touch with you about questions that you were going to ask the sword. So let me know what that is, and we can do that on Discord between now and next time.
Yeah.
awesome. Well, folks, thank you. Yeah.
Yep, go ahead. I was just going to tell you to do that.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that then. Thank you all so much for being here. I love this game. This game is so good.
Yes, it is.
As once again, we come to an interesting end. We're going to go ahead and go around and do our outros. Feel free to tell folks where they can find you and plug whatever you like and give any final thoughts you may have about this session. We're going to, once again, go in reverse order. So we start with Brian.
Yeah, once again, love this episode. It was great. I didn't expect this to be the drama session, but it was awesome. And everybody had your drama moments, and it ruled. Yeah, that's it. Every part was my favorite part. This was great. So thanks again, everyone.
Yay! Awesome.
Oh, I do have to shout out though. I really liked Atropos' various descriptions of the cause that the surprised caw, and my favorite one was definitely disappointed caw.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, it's so good.
I wrote it down in our quotes file.
Thank you.
That's so awesome.
Now I'm done.
Excellent. And we'll head over to Trooper.
Hello, I'm TrooperSJP, and I was playing Merthine Wisht. I will start with the thing about the episode, and then I'll go to where you can find me. This game has a rule that if you do certain things, you can get 10 points that you can spend on stuff, you know? And so I made an intro, which I figured would be worth 10, and I made a little stinger, which I hoped would be worth 2, because that would be enough to purchase a true name and grant invocation to its wielder and put that on Laudine's sword. So I would like to say you have now 12 more points in your sword for a true name and grants powers to its wielder invocation. And that was like my whole goal. And I'm so happy that I was able to do it. Yay. And only Laudine, let's hope you don't get turned to the dark side, but I don't think you will. So I think that's good. And I just want to give just so much love to Noctua for that wonderful last scene. And I want to say the complexity there with Scythe and her family. Like, it's this really complicated, like, I don't care, but I really care. And I'm afraid that maybe all this is my fault. Like, it was so serious, so deep. And I was like, yeah, that right there. That's the thing that we've been waiting for, right? In terms of like, that's what it is. But also now I'm like, oh, what if actually it wasn't the sister that's you? You're the scion, and you're the one this whole time, right? And your hiding might have been actually kind of good, right? But now, anyway, oh, like that's heaviness, right? And then, my goodness, oh, Atropos. I just want to say, I want to give you the love for that moment when you're like, any flowers that have come from dying worlds, right? There's this way in which your death vision is, you use it so smartly, and it is also so the weight of death always there. It's so good. Like, for me, that one moment was even better than the brilliance of you talking to Bastiano, just the like, are there dying plants here? And you're like, yeah, there are. And I'm like, yeah, this is you. So good. And I just want to say, that moment when Dorian like pulled out those 3 spells, that was epic. But when you just turned and had that moment with Atropos, we're like, you know, and you're like, let's make a portrait, right? Yeah, it's just so beautiful, so beautiful. You can find me on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on my channel, TrooperSJP, for the actual premiere of Seasons of Death. We couldn't do it last week because my landlady surprise brought in people to work, HVAC people to work on the water heater, and they were there, and it was terrible business. And then Sunday night at 8 p.m. over at Praxagor this Mephories channel for Truly Madly Falkenstein. And I just want to say what a great honor to play at this table with this group of people. And thank you, Brian, for saying yes, saying that I could donate my points to Dame Laudine's sword, because that made my evening. Thank you.
So good, so good. And now we will head over to Melissa.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say real quick, Brian and I are in the same house, and so if you're watching the closed captioning, sometimes our mics double what each other are saying. And
Yeah, sorry.
If that's confusing, I deeply apologize. I've been trying to be diligent about muting my mic on the closed captioning when I'm not talking, but that's why, if you're confused. So, and I also wanted to say, oh my God, you guys are so amazing. Okay, first of all, this is my first time playing Lords of Gossamer and Shadow, but I've played a lot, and I mean a lot, of Ember Diceless, and I have never, in all the years that I've been playing, and again, like 30 years-ish that I have been playing, I've never seen someone accumulate a pile of points and then give them to another player.
Same.
How awesome was that? And yeah, I just I spent like this whole session kind of like on the edge of my seat and also like on the edge of tears because of like there was kind of like emotional heaviness going on, but there was also like this action suspense. And yeah, it just really blew my mind. And all of you are just such amazing players. I love watching every single one of you. I love interacting with every single one of you. And thank you. Again, thank you. And my name is Melissa Gay. I've been playing Scythe this time. It is going to be weird to see how Scythe's family affects this plot, because I just kind of tossed out some, vague suggestions, and then Brian brings them to life in this sinister web of intrigue. But that's not important right now. My name is Melissa Gay, and I will be at DragonCon in like a week and a half. and so come find me in the art show. I will be there, and come say hi. And you can also find me on the web at www.melissagay.com. You can find me on Blue Sky at Melissa Gay with 3 Ys. You can find me on Patreon. I'm just Melissa Gay, one word. And that is all. Thank you for watching.
Yay! Oh, so wonderful, so wonderful. And now we will head over to Mary.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. I've got a little sleepy kitty in my lap right now. She's the sweetest little girl, naive. But I use she, her pronouns, and I've been playing Atropos this evening. Favorite thing of the session, I just love how interconnected this little group of heroes are in the found family. And really, I just love how open this RPG is for creativity and problem solving, and how well this group works off of one another. It just is such an amazing way where it's none of us have all played together as a group before, and we all are able to mesh really well, play off of each other. It's so much fun getting to play with you guys. I loved Merdine giving the invocation. That just melted my heart. It got me. But as far as where you can find me online, you can find me at the Nerd on Wheels everywhere on social media. Coming up for me, you can find me every other Wednesday on Enchanting Sorcery Productions for Halia's Fandelver and below Halia's Harriers. I'm never going to get that mouthful right until we're on our last episode, I swear. But we finally have all of our little war pieces in place. And next week, we are going to be seeing whether we can defend Phandalin. So if you want to see a really big battle and hope all of our strategic plans work out, including a giant firebomb zone, whether that trick is going to work or not, some rolling Molotov cocktail wagons. If you want to see all the craziness that is going to be next week, head on over to Enchanting Sorcery Productions Wednesday at 9 p.m. EST. And then it's a little ways out, but I'm super excited to announce that I'm going to be a part of the Nerds with Dice's new series, Fields of the Dead, a Walking Dead RPG series. All of us are stranded in a mall 8 months after the dead have risen, and we're all trying to figure out how to survive in a small town in Wisconsin, and winter is quickly approaching. So if you like horror, if you like Walking Dead and zombies, go ahead and check that out starting on September 6th.
Nerd on Wheels, have you
Yes.
seen the film Night of the Comet?
I'm going to have to add it to my list.
It's so good.
Because, yes, I'm just going to say, there may be 80s hair, and they're malls, and they're zombies.
But,
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's perfect.
That's all you need to know.
Awesome. And finally, we're going to head over to Noctua.
Yeah, hello. I'm Noctua. I have been Dame Luddine, who is your knight in shining armor. Oh God, there were so many good bits this session. Okay. So, roughly in order. Scythe meeting Oleander. Oh my goodness. Just oh my goodness. Because you can feel the contention, and it's there's the care, but there's also the the multiple levels of how far can I trust. And I'm it's so delicious. I know this was said, but when Dorian pulled out those spells, I got chills. I'm Dorian is so carefree that you don't realize how powerful he is until he pulls that out, and he's oh, the world just went Umbra, no big deal. I'm that it is so rare that we see the characters being powerful intentionally. And that was one of those moments I'm oh, oh crap, hiding behind that laissez-faire attitude is someone to be genuinely terrified of. Let's hope we never piss him off. So yeah, I love that. Love that. And then Trooper, like on the one hand, I knew it was coming, and on the other, I did not expect it at all. So thank you so much. I have to reconfigure my character now because I don't know how invocation works.
Yeah, the book says a magic power concerned with the use of true names, summoning and binding beings of power, or using their true names to compel and manipulate them.
Ooh.
Mm, mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Merdine's warnings were for a good reason. Though I really hope, I really do think that Laudine is the kind of person who would recognize if she were abusing her own power. But oh, that was so good. It was so good. I have to go back and watch that because I was too much on the verge of tears to actually to be analyzing while it was happening. Oh, okay. Okay. Still coming down off that one. Anyway, I'm Noctua. You can find me on Blue Sky at Noctua Magna. I'm not streaming anywhere else, so come say hi on Blue Sky.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I gotta say, yes, no, I did love every moment of this game tonight. And I just tiny things I wanted to pick out here, just that Laudine scouting around the grounds for baddies. That was really good. I really loved, she was very much on the ball with all of that. And I loved sort of Scythe starting to work out her issues with Oleander. That was really good. And Atropos being so dedicated to her employer, we'll say, that just even though just knowing how against her own interests that is, and just seeing just the dedication to it, that was just heartbreaking and awesome, and I loved it. I loved how terrible it was, and with Merdine, just the presenting the sword and the true name for the sword, and just that final scene, with both Laudine and Merdine, just in that final scene. That final scene was so brilliant. It was so good, and I loved it. I loved it so much. Also, I loved, Brian, the way that you were talking about just the way that Angero was sliding from neutral to Umbra really fast. When that change hit, Mack truck time. And so good. So hard to make a transition like that work well, and you really did.
Oh, thank you. Things were going down.
I also loved you providing details for Lothlorien in general. That was very good. I'm sure we'll come up with an actual name for it at some point if we need it, but that just that was great. But as for me, who am I? This is a great question that I struggle with on a daily basis, but for the nonce, I'm Jim Ryan. You can find me at OtherDoc on Twitch, YouTube, and most other social media platforms, but wherever I'm not OtherDoc, I'm Jim Yes That Jim. My website is jimyesthatjim.com, where you can find my Geek Observation podcast and links to my various other podcasts, audio dramas, writings, and such. Down below, if you're watching live on Twitch, you can access my website, social media links, YouTube channel, and various other things. Nothing immediately coming up aside from my, just sort of randomly playing video games. But we have this 1 week from now. We'll be having another episode of this, and I cannot wait to see what happens. Also, of course, I wrote a game. If anyone is interested in that, you can click on a link down below for 1 year hence, for folks who like For the Queen and or the Legend of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Should there be any interest in that? Well, when we hit the end card, we're going to go say hi to somebody. I have been so enraptured by this whole thing that I haven't bothered to check to see who's streaming, but I do see a number of names popping up over on the left, where I have my other monitor with all the folks who are streaming. So we'll go say hi to one of them. Feel free to hang on if you're so inclined and to say hi to them with us. In the meantime, life in the real world is horrible for a lot of folks right now, and I'm very glad we can find pockets of happiness like this game, and I hope we've brought some of that to you this evening, if at all possible. Just please remember that you are unique, and that is wonderful because variety is very important, and you matter. Please remember to take care of yourselves, and remember you can absolutely give yourself grace when you need to. Take care, folks, and we will catch you next time. Farewell.